Chizzy, what's going on? What movie y'all gonna go see, by the way? Yo, nobody gives a shit about Rhea. Like, literally nobody. I mean, I love her. I almost bought a simp shirt on WWE.com. It was an oversized shirt that would have made me look like I was trying to dress 20. And so I didn't buy it. But if I was gonna simp for anyone, Rhea, um, Stephanie Vaquer, Liv Morgan, I feel like it would just be too much. Like, I feel like she's just too much. You know what I mean? Like, you can't take her to the movies. She's like talking all the time. You know, you take her to Chili's, you're liable to get into a fight with the waiter if you go to the bathroom. You know, she's got that vibe. Like, not worth the maintenance. No, that's not fair. I don't know. I just feel like she'd try to like play you most of her album in the car and you just be like driving, like trying hard not to just like swerve into oncoming traffic just to stop the noise, you know? And she's like, here, listen to another one. I rap in this one and like off the road. Oh, the Mandalorian and Grogu. I still haven't seen it yet. We're behind, super behind. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've been consuming content. We just haven't gone to the movies. It's so expensive, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest, I'm getting paid pretty well these days as a writer. If I had a kid, I don't even know what we'd do. I mean, thank God I'm shooting blanks. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I am probably shooting blanks, but no, that was a joke. I mean, it's like half a joke, right? I'm still too poor to get the test to find out for sure. But listen, I'll tell you, there's no way, there's no way I shouldn't have gotten somebody pregnant at this point. You know what I mean? So either God's on my side. No, I shouldn't say it like that. I wanted kids. You know what? This is getting way too far. This is Clash in Italy. What are we fucking talking about? I'm high as hell. I'm not gonna lie about this. Guys, I want to tell y'all this first of all. If you could go to I'm sorry, I said invite fightsatw.com, check out my latest article recapping last night's show. Let me tell y'all right now, AAA last night, Mask v Mask, Mascares versus Mascares. Dude, it was fucking phenomenal. Easily one of the best cards of the year. This one, CMLLs and Double or Nothing. I'm sorry. As far as I'm concerned, WWE's main roster hasn't produced in a total event as fun as the one that happened last night. And you can argue, well, that's a lot different, you know, the crowd. And sure, all that is absolutely true. It's also true that two WWE guys main evented last night. You know what I mean? And, you know, that's problematic in and of itself. Like, look, I'm not saying I come from the lucha culture, not at all. I mean, I still am like terrible at Spanish, right? But I lived in Laredo as a kid, right? So for me, La Parca and Mil Mascaras and fucking Blue Demon, like all these guys were just as big to me as Bret Hart, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. I mean, they were, I mean, a lot of people knew those names and didn't know anyone else. In fact, you know what was crazy is a lot of those little hood kids in Laredo, like they vibe with Gold Dust because of the what were they fucking called? They're called something in Mexico. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I seen a documentary on it. Or not a documentary, it was a docuseries, a biopic. They were called something. I'm not gonna be offensive and say something fucked up, but they were basically like men wrestlers who would dress like women, I guess, like, or more feminine. I guess, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. But anyway, one of the oldest ones went out last night, like a G. And it was crazy. I was like, yo, I would have never guessed who that was in a million years. It was Pimp Eleni, and it was a fucking great spot. That match, let me tell y'all, if you haven't seen the Mask V match, go fucking watch it right now. Don't want, I mean, oh, I shouldn't say that, right? Because they're just going to tell me to get the fuck out of here. No, they're not called cross dressers, Matt. God damn you. No, I didn't even show it. I didn't even have to say that word. Damn it. They're called something. Flocorico. No, that's the girls. Babe, what are the like the drag style of wrestling in Mexico? Remember we saw that series that Abe covered on Prime? They're called something. Remember the wrestlers? It's like the way that they call the dancers flacoricos. They call them something. Yeah, Bugs Bunny's definitely a cross-dresser, but that's not what it was. Yeah, the Mask v Mask felt bigger than any championship match that we've had. Like honestly, like big. And I'm not picking on WWE. It felt bigger. Flocoricos. That's what I said. Exoticos. He said burlesque. Yo, they're called. Say it again, babe. Say, exoticos. Yeah, exoticos. Yeah, that's what they're called. So they're like gold dust type figures, right? And they would like flock to them a little more. Like I remember as a kid coming from like Corpus Christi, like a much more Americanized town, right? Like Hispanics where I'm from that grow up in the hood are more likely to say the N word than speak Spanish, right? And I'm just being real with it. That's just where I'm from. You know, I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying that's the block I was raised on. But in Laredo, it was so different. It was so different. Like they didn't vibe like that. Like, and it was like you could do anything feminine except kiss a dude or grab his butt. As long as you didn't do any of that stuff, they were good, bro. And honestly, it was a better vibe. Like, I don't know. I mean, I remember being in college and girls taking us to gay bars, and literally everyone in there was having a good time, except for the people that had a problem with it. The only people that fucking with sour pussies, you know what I mean? And so I don't know. It's a different show, and that's true. I'm not saying it's not true, but yo, you had Ray Phoenix and Laredo Kid. I mean, put on easily one of the best matches of the year. Easily one of the best matches of the year. Hey, I'm gonna stand in the box and take a swing at it, champ. Nice. Hey, you know what? I love it. I love that. That's the way that's the way to get a higher average. Mar takes a guess what get price. Wait, take a guess what the get in price to game one of the finals is. Oof. I think it should be like probably like 2,100, like minimum. Like you're talking bottom line. That's what I'm gonna guess. What is it, champ? Oh man, by the way, I'm sorry for your OKC, bro. Honestly, I was rooting for him. But you know what time it is? Let's go NY. Let's go NY. We're doing it. Let's go NY. That's right. I'm rooting for the Knicks because it's fuck the Spurs time. Just gonna say. Close, what was it? But yeah, dude, I had such a blast covering last night's show. Let me tell y'all, we had graduation party after graduation party, okay? And it sucked. I mean, it didn't suck. I'm so proud of all my nieces and nephews and all of them. And we got one more today, and that's great, but I'm tired as shit. And I made the stupid decision to play golf yesterday. And so I was wiped. I mean, wiped, right? I'm in bed. I'm like, dude, fucking, I'll watch Rafe. I'll watch Ford and Shock tomorrow. It's a decent fight. We'll talk about that later. I want to talk about Shock and Shakur getting into it. Seems like a fight we don't really need. I think the energy was cool, but I just feel like, what do you give Shock? Like a 10% chance of winning? I maybe have that in half. I would say that Shakur could like show up like 80% of his best version, and Shock could show up at 100, and I still think Shakur wins. Anyway, 2650. Yo, 2650, bro. That's crazy work. Crazy work. Yo, it's getting nuts out here, guys. It's getting nuts out here. I mean, you can't even afford to go see a Michael Jackson biopic at the movies anymore. Now you got to pick. Which one am I going to watch? Am I going to watch fucking Disclosure Day, or are we going to go watch Christopher Nolan's Odyssey? The gay Odyssey. No, I'm just kidding. No, Shock does not have a 35% chance, Matt. That is not true. And I'll tell you what, if you want to take you want to take three, what would that be? 35. So let's call it 3-1. You want to take a 3-1 on Shock? I'll take that bet for sure. I'd be willing to give out 8-1 for Shock. 5-1 maybe for like just to stay safe, right? You know what I mean? It's like I don't talk my mouth off. But yeah, I would be willing to give 5-1 Shakur versus Shock. Easy money. Easy money. Easy money. There's no chance Shock wins that fight. No chance. The best chance he'd have to win that fight. Let me tell you all the best chance Shock has to win that fight. Shakur gets so high up in the cards by round 8 that he's now talking to the crowd. And he's in the middle of his negotiations with Devin Haney's father, ringside, still winning rounds. And then they say, fine, we'll give you 20 million. He's like, 20 million. And then Shock throws a punch at that right moment and catches him. And then that's how Shock wins that fight. Other than that, there's no chance. Here's the thing. I would say Shock has at max 3 rounds that he could win. And I don't even think he'd win more than 1, if that. I think it'd be a 12-0 routing. I think Shock would be shocked by how much further away he is from a guy like Shakur. And this is just from my vision. This is just from me what I see, right? Like, I'm not trying to, like, impugn anybody's betting odds or anything like that. But I'm going to tell you, if Vegas gives me anything better than 5-1, oh, I'm going to jump on it. I'm going to jump on. Like, this is a manufactured fight. I love Shock. I do, bro. He got Trey the Truth out there. H-Town, stand up. How many of y'all have ever had a real great tape in your fucking car? Probably none of y'all. None of y'all have. Bro, I was fucking 9 years old when that shit came out. Thank God I had a cousin that was, plugged in enough to let me experience that era in real time before he passed away while I was in middle school. And yeah, so that I'm Houston, bro. I love Houston. H-Town, bro. For real. But yeah, Shock loses easily. This is not even a competitive fight, I don't think. I would be willing to bet somebody. I would give him 3 rounds, meaning that if any judge had it 8-4, I would take that as a loss. That's how confident I am in that fight. If you have to be aggressive to give Shock problems, Shakur is not that. Here's the thing. I don't think Shakur has to be anything at this point. I think he's levels above pretty much everyone, right? With the exception of like 2 names, right? Now, he has to prove that, of course. I'm sorry. I don't think, look, Ford had success last night. That is the absolute truth. Ford had success last night. But anyway, we'll talk about this tomorrow for sure. He said that fight makes a ton of money and sense in Houston. Absolutely it does. Absolutely it does. Yo, that's a huge fight. I'm not saying it's not marketable, right? I'm not even saying it's not a fight I wouldn't want to see. I would want to see this fight if we're just going to get Shakur and a fucking, top 15 guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want that. So, yeah, I'll take Shock. Shock's one of the best in the division. He's one of the top fighters right now in this space in boxing. Shakur is not that. Shakur is something different, right? Shakur is maybe one of the greatest top lightweight, potential junior welterweights of the era. I'm not going to say, greatest of all time or anything crazy like that. He's got a lot to prove if he wants those kinds of recognitions, but I'm sorry. I think he's already beaten guys at the level of Shock, honestly. Okay. No. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that. What I meant to say is this. Shock has improved a lot. But there's a baseline he started from that Shakur was like years ahead of, right? Shock had to get years in the pro game before he could develop the style today that he has. Because if you want to go through the box rec, we could start looking at fights where Shock stunk up the fucking building. And don't get me wrong, it takes 2 to shit the bed in boxing. But he's supposed to be different, right? He's not supposed to be that guy, but he's been that guy plenty of times, in his road. Now, again, I'm not saying he's not a different fighter. He's a different fighter today. He's better. Shakur's that much better too, though. You know what I mean? Like if we could get Shock right now, and then get a DeLorean and go pick up Shakur Stevenson from like 2018, 2019, 2020, maybe 21. Yeah, that's a good fight, dude. Oh, Shock versus 2021 Shakur. Yo, sign me up. But we can't, time dilate. So we got to take what we get. And right now, Shakur is leagues better than that, man. Longest reigning champ: Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund, Hulk Hogan, Roman Reigns, Bruno Sammartino again. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Hey, I'm gonna open the link, by the way, because I told some people to come on, so whoever wants to come through. But you got to go to Twitch or YouTube for the stream or to join. Mm. The hell did Triple H just call this a WrestleMania worthy card? Yikes. What does he mean? There's not Sabrina Carpenter's not even going to be there. Stephen A. Smith's not even signed to the WWE. How could this be a WrestleMania card? Oh, maybe MGK is there. Then or and Drewski. Oh, then it could be a WrestleMania card. Yo, Drewski would have been perfect too for the WWE. Yikes. 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 So anyway, yeah, last night's show. Hold on, let me pull up some stuff. So, so anyway, yeah, we had the Mask v Mask show, and bro, it was so good, so good. In the end, Ludwig did win. Ludwig's version, the El Grande Americano, and like, to just put the match aside for a second, the spectacle was everything. Like, think about it, right? And I just thought about this last night watching this AAA show, right? I just thought about this. Like, the thing is that these, like, they brought their family. Like, Chad Gable brought his family. And I remember at the moment it was happening, I was like, dude, did he bring his family? Like, how weird for a heel to bring his family. And I was like, wait, are they gonna do a face turn? And then it hit me later, like, wait, why wouldn't they bring their family? Like, we grew up on Wrestling with Shadows, right? Like, you can't pull things back into the box anymore. That doesn't work. It's not going to work. We already know too much. So then it's like, lean into this shit. Why wouldn't, listen, all I know is that when Floyd fought Pac, it was the biggest fight of his life. McGregor was one of the biggest fight of his lives, and he had his family there, right? All I know is that every time one of these big fighters fight, their kids are in the ring, their wife is in the ring. Like, who wouldn't want to compete in front of their family, the people that they're supposed to be doing it for, right? Now, I mean, if it's like a character that's like a piece of shit, like, you know what I mean? Like a dude who's wouldn't take care of his kids, or like get somebody pregnant in Bolt Town, which, you know, actually would be a pretty good wrestling character, right? You just like knock up the Elon Musk of WWE. He just goes around and fertilizes women. And then, and then the big WrestleMania thing would be a bunch of pregnant women surround the. I mean, obviously they're not really pregnant, right? And then they surround the ring, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And then, you know, that'd be cool. Anyway, the promo at the end from Chad Gable. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. You know what I mean? Like, he turns face in front of the crowd, and the line, he had two lines that just killed it, right? Absolutely killed it. The two lines were, he gives El Grande Americano his mask, and he says to him, "I'll always be the original. Just know that. But from now on, you're the only one." Oh, fuck. I was like, damn, who the fuck wrote that line? Promote that motherfucker right now. Like, I thought, like, guys, this all started from like a low to mid card act. This was a gimmick, guys. The El Grande Americano should not have mattered this much to us, but it did because they did quality work. It meant something over there, right? If they would have did it at WrestleMania in America, it would have been a comedy act. Like it wouldn't have been taken serious. But the fact that the lucha culture means so much, and that mask versus mask is a sacred thing in Mexico, in lucha culture. And these two non-Mexican wrestlers embodied it. That's what made these fans so happy. It was like, you're showing the rest of the world this fucking beautiful thing called lucha libre, and you're doing it at the highest levels we've ever imagined. And so to see it go off like gangbusters, to see it work so well. I mean, I felt like a kid yesterday watching this. Like literally seeing them crying and thinking like, "Oh my god, this is real," and like they're squashing their beef. Like, I fucking know it's not. Like, they don't give a shit. This was always literally going to be a work. But at the end of the day, they made me believe for that moment. That's all we're asking for. That's all we've ever asked for. We're not asking for fucking Oscar-worthy writing. We're not asking for Pulitzer uh, caliber writing. We're not asking for that. We're asking for these moments. And you think you can just manufacture these moments by sending Jelly Roll's fat ass out there on Ozempic and shit. You think you could just have Pat McAfee snort up all the ADHD and medication and run out there and fucking do it? No, you can't do that, champ. That's not the way it works. It don't work that way. You can't manufacture these moments. You have to build them. And when you do it right, you get moments like this, dude. You do. And the world paid attention for just one weekend. AAA was the heartbeat of wrestling. And it was because they all played into it, dude. You know what I mean? And was there a million run-ins? Sure. You know, and you can argue that it was a little too WWE for Lucha Libre, but that's not true at all, because Lucha Libre is the definition of who gives a shit about the rules, right? They don't tag in. They don't, you know, you don't ever know who's the legal man. So like none of that really matters, you know, in lucha terms. But it was just fucking awesome, dude. It really was. Bro, I wish I had a time machine to go see Ivan Kovalov beat Bruno and hear the air come out of MSG back then. Yeah, I would go. If here's the thing, if I could have a time machine, but I could stay invisible, like nobody could see me and like I can't interact, I would want to go back to the Goliath, the HBO, the Riot. You know, that shit looked popping. I'm not saying I want to be there. I'm not a psycho like Dana White. I'm just saying that that was a crazy night. You know what I mean? I'd love to have been a fly on the wall. They should have recreated the My Way promo for Mask v Mask. Oh, I saw that. You said it was a L that they didn't have a Spanish version of the My Way. Yeah, that was but man, dude, I'll be honest, I loved everything about it. This started off a joke to beat Penta. Exactly. It was a fucking nothing mid-card act, bro. And look where it got. I was very sports entertained, dude. Here's the thing. Yes, I was too, but I wasn't just sports entertained. I was watching, and this is the whole card. The whole card. I'm watching and I'm like, "Oh my god, how did he do that?" Or I'm watching, I'm like, "Wait a minute. How do you not hurt him doing that?" There was a moment where I think it was OG Grande. Yeah, it was OG Grande that tried to do like a backwards Hurricane Rana. You know, the ones where their face is down, and so the guy's got his feet. Okay, so like the guy getting it, the feet's back on his neck. You know what I mean? And then they're staring down, so you're like staring at their butt crack. So he tried to do one of those Hurricane Ranas. In fact, I don't even think that's called. I think it's called something else, but whatever. We'll call it an upside down Hurricane Rana from now. He tried to do that, and Ludwig's version, who's so much taller, he stopped it, brought his momentum back up, and turned around and just crashed him on the steel steps. I mean, there at one point, El Grande Americano OG threw an actual furniture chair at Ludwig's version of the character, like just chunked it at him, like launched it like a fucking missile. I mean, it was crazy, dude. I'm like, how do you gimmick this? That's the chair JBL's big ass was sitting on this whole fucking time. Right? And you know that motherfucker is like just cottage cheese, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I play football and basketball with big dudes. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. I still hang out with them. They're my friends, bro. They take them shirts off. You would think, oh, they still look pretty fit, for being a big fat football player when they were. Nope, cheese tits. I'm telling y'all, I seen enough cheese tits to know that man got cheese tits. The Vikingo match with Dr. Wagner Jr., Elio Wagner Jr. was very, very good. Very good storytelling. Protected uh Dr. Wagner Jr. in the process, right? But I think what was interesting was the narrative on Mini Vikingo. I don't know what they plan to do with him or not. Like, I mean, maybe this is my WWE brain, right? But like, anybody remember anybody the size of that kid? Because Rey Mysterio wasn't like the top dog there, right? Like, he didn't become the top dog until his WC, until he became Americanized, basically. Like, he was that little runt in Mexico. Um, and he became something huge, and that's great, but he's an outlier. You know what I mean? Like, that's not somebody you could be like, oh, look, they did it with him, so they could do it. Like, I don't know. And don't get me wrong, Mini Vikingo is crazy talented, crazy athletic, but I'm sorry, bro. He is not designed to be on posters. I'm just gonna say it that way. He could fill in a little more, but it just looks like he got the height and his brother got the size. You know what I mean? Like, if you just smash them together, bro, you might have the premier luchador and the premier wrestler. But for now, I don't think you got either of those things. Yeah, it's gonna be on the ESPN. The Oba, yeah, Oba Lesnar's gonna be on ESPN. So what are we thinking, guys? We're getting 50-50 booking with this whole Oba thing. Yeah, Oba Lesnar, Cody Gunther on the ESPN for the ratings. Hell yeah. That's exactly what it is, for the ratings. But here's the thing: if Oba were to get over, I would say, "Oh my God, that was genius." Put him on ESPN twice. It's like, how far do you want to take this guy, right? Do you want him to, take 8 years to get over like Roman Reigns did? I mean, I guess that's not really true. He's always like a top merch seller, but let's be real. Like, he wasn't on the best track. Um, the building looks pretty fucking filled. Well, I mean, you see that all the time, but whatever. And speaking of ratings, tune into Talking About Radio as we collab to determine, was the Darby juice worth the squeeze? Yeah, this is a very interesting conversation that I want to have with Matt. We had a little debate on last week's episode about just really about the state of wrestling. I felt like it's not controversial to say that AEW has been better than WWE lately. I'm not saying this year. I'm not saying for the last several months. I'm saying if you take the last maybe 6 weeks, uh, I would guarantee you that you got 100 people and like 80% of them, not WWE people, right? These are like just regular people. If you just found people that don't watch wrestling but are willing to try to watch wrestling, there's no way they would say that the WWE product is superior right now. You know what I mean? So very profound show last night. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It was good. It was real good, Alex. We were talking about really like from top to bottom. I think it was just the show. The Vikingo match was great, but man, that Ray Phoenix shit was a banger. Um, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, Mario?
Oh, nothing much. Just getting ready for Clash in Italy. Or is it called Clash of the
Yeah,
Cat? I don't even know what the fuck it's called now.
it's Clash in Italy.
Thank you.
Shout out to my dong, I mean ya dong song,
Yeah, I saw
you
that.
know.
Hell yeah. What you
But
did you see any of the stuff from last night?
I want to put a bow on the whole El Grande Americano thing.
Please
I
do.
think it
I'm gonna mute.
I kind of compare it to maybe Vanilla Ice and Eminem. I don't know if that's or maybe Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem. One artist, one person comes up with takes a concept from another culture in order to elevate themselves without elevating that culture in of itself, and then somebody comes and um and pay respect to that culture. And I think that seems like um the whole moral of the El Grande Americano story. Well, where original El Grande only came up with the concept. While he did come up with the concept, I don't know if it was Chad Gable's idea or creative's idea, but it elevated him. But it was him taking clout from the lucha libre culture, while whoever this other guy in this El Grande Americano mask is, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. he has ingrained himself into the lucha libre culture and the Mexican culture, and has used El Grande Americano to not only elevate himself but to elevate lucha libre, more specifically AAA.
I I love the take. I do. I do. And that's why I love this feud. I think it all came full circle. I think when it started, right, there were a lot of people that, because like let's be honest, right? People can be Karen sometimes and they can be like, "Oh, you're doing this and you shouldn't be doing that." It's like, "What the hell? You're fucking, an Asian, immigrant from Viet Cong. Like, why are you butting your nose in this?" Like, you know what I mean? Kind of thing, whatever. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying that's the way it is. And so when you have like, but you had general concerns from people, right? Actual fans of Lucha Libre that would saying like, this is bastardizing the culture. This is taking work and main event time from people that grew up in this thing. And at the end of the day, when Chad Gable picked up the mic last night and said, "I was defeated by the Mexican spirit," it all came full circle, right? So for all the like conversation of like, do we go this far? Do we go that far? Like MVP was quoted this past week of saying that he wanted to pitch a Nazi idea for Gunther versus Bobby Lashley. I don't know if you heard this, Alex, which is crazy, right? It's crazy, crazy, crazy. However, if you can make something work, you can make it work. I don't think you can make that work. I think you'd have to
It
be
could
really good to
it
make
could
that work.
work. Just don't use Nazi. Just replace it
He
with
at
something
some point
else.
he was gonna like say, "You remind me of somebody," and then put his finger to his stash, I mean to his face doing the stash thing. I'm not gonna do it, but you know what I'm saying. And obviously that would have been way too far, right? So if you just flirt with these things and allow the story, when it's done well, to tell itself, you get to this point where this guy who you were, not you, Alex, but like people were saying, "Oh, he's bastardizing the culture. Oh, he's taking AAA. Oh, he's doing this. He's doing that. He's just using the mask to get over." And then you get to what happened. Ludwig takes it over, and you're right. He's not the originator, but oh my God, was he way better? Was he not just
And
the
let me,
best?
if
And
I may cut in, if I may cut
go ahead,
in,
please cut in.
don't get me wrong. I think there's a little bit of a gray area there where this El Grande Americano, the good one, kind of, he did do something wrong. He did take somebody else's mantra, and Chad Gable did emphasize that before he took the mask off. So it's kind of like, I think they
Redundant.
may play into that into the future. So it's really like, depending on who you are with, or depending on what you think is a more important moral to you, it matters. Like what I said earlier stands,
Absolutely, it
but at
does.
the same
Absolutely, it does.
time, I could admit, and I think even I read in the good El Grande's facial expressions, he knows that he did something a little morally wrong by taking another wrestler's mantra, and maybe another wrestler's idea, and making it his own, and now he's taken that away from him. So now Chad Gable is going to have to start from like square one. He's going to have to, best case scenario is the best the best case scenario is
Yeah,
that
go ahead. My bad.
he he wins the Intercontinental title, but Chad Gable will never reach the height that he has reached last night. That's his ceiling.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, well, okay.
And yeah,
Okay. Okay. Whoa, wait. It doesn't have to be though, right? You're saying it is because you believe that that's as good as Chad Gable is, or that's as best the opportunity he's going to be given.
that's the most
Did I ask that
over
right?
thing, that's the most over span of his career that he has had as El Grande
Absolutely.
Americano.
Absolutely. And do you think that he could be bigger as Chad Gable in the WWE? That's what I'm asking. Like, can he reach those heights in WWE, or is this a guy that's just not cut out to be a top guy in that company? What do you think?
I don't think I think that last point you said. I think he's not in the conversation of being
He's not in the conversation.
a player in that even in the upper mid card based off of everybody coming from NXT. He's gonna get the minute he's in back on Raw, he's gonna get less TV time than
Yeah,
Rusev.
I hope you're wrong,
But I
dude. I
do
do. I
think,
don't think you.
but there's a bright
Go ahead.
side. There's a bright side. I believe Chad Gable, if he really wants to, he could parlay this maybe next year into winning the AAA championship, mega championship. Maybe he could come back and beat El Grande in a revenge match. I don't know.
Listen,
And
you could be right.
eventually, this good El Grande. I'm probably like skipping ahead a whole bunch here, but the good El Grande is going to have to unmask one of these days. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe a hair versus mask and all that. I don't know. But yeah.
yeah. Listen, I think you could be right. Right. I definitely think you could be right. I'll say this. It's hard to imagine what WWE would do with him that would have an entire arena, an entire stadium of people chanting thank you, Gable, right? That was big, dude. That was huge. And so I'm very hopeful that they can parlay it into something, right? I don't know if that's going to be the case because Chad Gable's done great work in the past before he put the mask on and it resonated into nothing, right? Same thing every single time. Um, and I don't know, dude. Do we leave Chad in Mexico? I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think he should be done there, at least for a little
For
bit.
now. For now.
For now, sure. And maybe there's a chance he goes back, right? Listen, I think if you're going to do anything after yet last night, Dom and El Grande Americano character, maybe where you go with Triple Mania coming up in September, they're going to do a 2-night show. You know what I mean? You're going to need something big night one, something big night two. That's huge. I don't know. All I know is that Chad Gable needs the chance to get over because I'm not saying he's solely responsible for last night, not at all. A lot went into it, right? Even Ludwig's girlfriend did a really good job last night. I know a lot of people were kind of like a little weird about her place in this all, but especially after the arrest. But it becomes a thing now where Lucha Libre as a whole, I think benefits. AAA as a whole, I think benefits. There's so many people that benefit off of this.
Because
It may
it's
end up
because
being that
of
Chad
this El
Gable
Grande.
benefits the least off of this.
It's because of this El Grande thing that I discovered La Catalina. I didn't know. I never heard of her, but hey,
Oh yeah. Oh,
I
we
don't really
know.
know
Hey,
anything
we know.
about.
We know we're
I
on
don't
this
know.
show, champ. We know we're on this show.
Wait, what is she? What is her gimmick? Is just that she looks good? What is
She's
it?
got a pink car, champ. She's got pink stuff. That's her gimmick. She looks how she looks, and she got pink, and that's all I need for that. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. Her and Lola Vice could become a tag team. You don't even need to give them a tag team name. I don't mind. Just slap them together. They don't even have to have matching outfit. They can still have their same everything, and I'll rock with it. Is the Undertaker the front runner for Booker of the Year? No,
I
stop.
think that's a little bit of a myth. I think
Yeah, so do I.
I don't think it's all Undertaker. Like,
Nor do I.
you know,
Nor do I. Nor do I. I think he's getting way too much credit, but that's okay. And that's cool. Like I'm okay with those narratives. Like it's not like it bothers me. Oh shit, they're starting with Cody and. Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot. I'm sorry. I remember already reading they were going to start with that and have Oba Lesnar, which is the right way to go. He said it too. Her gimmick is pink. The color pink is her gimmick. But it's all it's got to be for me, champ. I'm sold.
but yeah, I was just making cameo.
Hey,
You
I
enjoy
appreciate
the
it, champ.
show, and I'll be enjoying the show too. I might
Awesome,
make
man.
a
Jump on
comment
whenever
every
you
now
want.
and then. All
Hell
right,
yeah.
thanks,
Hell
brother.
yeah.
Have a good day.
You too, champ. Appreciate you, Alex. So yeah, that was Alex dropping in. Appreciate him. Dana isn't running the UFC, but he gets the credit. Oof. That is Actually, very true. You could argue that like Bob doesn't really run it anymore. Oscar doesn't even really run it anymore. Um, I'll be honest, Eddie seems like the only guy that's actually like healthy enough to like do the job that it takes to be that promoter. You know what I mean? Like Eddie's got to be like up at the crack of dawn and like, you know, sniffing Adderall by 9. I don't know. I don't know what his diet consists of. I'm just kidding. I don't think he does that. I don't know though. All right. 10-1, Cody's mask is in the color of the Italy flag. Or is that sacrilegious for his character? I feel like at this point, Cody's as Americana as Coca-Cola. You know what I mean? It's like Coca-Cola's Americana, and then it's like, well, it wasn't invented in America, and also the ingredients don't originate in America. Also, they're a corporation and they're everywhere and they don't pretend to be American. You know what I mean? It's like Cody's like not an American hero. He's like that country's hero. So if like he steps foot on Japan, he is the Japanese nightmare. You know what I mean? Speaking of Eddie, my dream Border Wars venue is the Matchroom Garden. Oh my God, dude. That's my dream venue for everything. From fighting to watching fighting to sex to masturbation. That garden is choice. I don't know why I said that. Can y'all just ignore that? Everybody that just jumped in. And if you have kids, I apologize if they are listening. We're done with that kind of comedy. I am a comedian, not by getting paid, but by embarrassing myself at stand-up shows and you know, places where you don't have to get booked. Basically, anywhere that you know of that somebody can go and read their slam poetry, I've gone and done comedy there. Damn, Italy loves themselves some Cody Rhodes, champ. Holy shit. The whole fucking crowd is lit. I'm sorry. I get it. Italy doesn't get these shows a lot, but dude, I'd be like, hurry up with this shit. Oh, he's got the Italy colors on the back. Yo, who fucking called that, bro? I mean, I said it was gonna be the mask, but he didn't wear the mask. So who called that, bro? I told y'all. Yo, imagine Hulk Hogan just waving the fucking Japanese flag because they're in Japan. Yo, nuh-uh. In the 80s, brother. That was way too close to Pearl Harbor. That wasn't ready to be joked about. Here's the thing about Scary Movie, right? I hope Scary Movie is good. I love the first one. Okay. And I liked the second one. It's okay. It's not as bad as I talk shit about it. My wife thinks it's like the best. I don't want Scary Movie to be what it became after the Wayans brothers ditched and they brought in Leslie Nelson, or I think Leslie Nelson had one. Was he there for like one of them and then they all left? Whatever. But what it ended up becoming was like a non-narrative spoof movie. And it was always a spoof movie, but it always had a narrative, right? Like there was always a consistent theme. There was always like a story being told. And the rest of them, yes, there's a loose story, but they're all basically like skits. Like Scary Movie after 3, they're basically like SNL shorts. You know what they are? They're the movie versions of In Living Color. That's what they are. They just spoof on all the movies that came out, whether there's rhyme or reason to. They're just gonna spoof on it. It's like, oh, let's watch all the last, 5 to 10 years of horror movies that were popular. Let's pick the top 5 and we'll just riff on them. That's what it was. It wasn't like, hey, we have a story. Now let's make jokes around these horror films. You know what I'm saying? And so I hope this one has like a narrative. I'm very happy for it and I'm very excited because I think it's going to be really good. Shout out to everybody. I am covering on fightsatw.com. You can check out yourself if you would like. Oh, they are jacked to the tits. All right. Let me just do this last share. All right. Starting some old school. Little test of strength. You know what? If this match gets boring, let's make a list of all the people that we think that I could beat in a test of strength in WWE. Right away, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez. Oof, that's a chop. I just wonder where he's going to try to go with this. You know what I mean? Like, because he clearly like always tries to take it somewhere. But what story are they telling is kind of where I'm at with this. All right. So far, Gunther is rocking Cody's shit. Why am I watching it like this? Hold on, I'm going to grab my iPad. What are you doing in here, dude? Damn, Cody's got a red ass chest. Yo, that shit is all the way red. Yo, I didn't even realize that the Scary Movie logo, or the Scary Movie title card is the middle of the ring. That is crazy. Uh, Oh, he hit him with the crossroads. No, that's not it at all. What do you think? He's gonna beat Gunther clean? The hell? All right, he got Cody in the sleeper hold. Yo, he even has him like back mounted, which is crazy work. He got to put them hooks in though. What the fuck? All right, now, oh, Cody's got him on his back, like totally on his back. Oh, nice. Oh, he locks back in. Oh, now the elbows that finished off John Cena. Uh-oh, he's in John Cena territory. Cody is in John Cena territory. Is he going to tap out? Or is he going to choke out? Oh, he's asleep, guys. He's asleep. He's done. He's done. Oh, no. There he goes. He reached. Oh, and he relatches it on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Cody got the rope. Cody got the foot on the rope. Man, I'll be honest, dude. His face was like John Cena shit, right? Y'all seen the shirt where he's like, that's how he was. He's like being choked out. That's how Cody just looked right now. I'm going to be honest about it. Although you got to ask yourself why the ref didn't just ring the bell immediately when he saw that he looked like he was out, because that's what he did to John Cena. All I'm saying is that John Cena match was a fucking conspiracy That was the Tampa Bay screw job. No, wait, where were they? They weren't in Tampa. I forgot where they were. Boston? No, he was in Boston 2 weeks before that. Where was that Saturday night main event? Why am I having such a hard time remembering? Because you smoke weed, Mario. Oh, I don't know who said that. Yeah, I appreciate it. You see it? Nobody congratulated me on it, even though I got it the first day it came out because I'm a virgin, you know. Here's the thing. You can't get mad at me. Oh, now Cody rocking back. Damn. No, yo, the story of this has been Gunther like dominating the offense and Cody essentially like trying to muster up every single thing he has. Oh my God. Gunther just hit Cody with the stiffest lariat. Cody didn't go down though. And now he's trying to take Gunther down, which is kind of stupid. Oh, and Cody just got clotheslined so hard that the Undertaker, who's under the ring, said, "Burn, burn, burn, keep it up, keep it down up there, you fucking kids." Remember the Undertaker used to hang out under the ring and then pop up, purple glove. That was Undertaker's Prince era, the purple. Oh shit! Who knew? I wonder if Undertaker knew that once he put on that purple gear and did away with the gray, that he was going to like make purple the spooky color in wrestling forever. But anyway, yeah, I got it. This is it. Cody won. Like literally, I didn't even see it. That's whack. Champion? Is that what you just said? Champion? All right. Cody has won the match. Gunther's freaking out. All right. So yeah, they got the Brett. The glasses on the Brett are what to me are the sickest. They look so good. They look so real. And there's Brett. There's the Stone Cold face, the Ken Shamrock face. They gave me all the hands that a referee would ever need. He counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in this bitch. Yeah. So, and then in the back, it's just this. Go ahead. Ask me how much it cost. $80 fucking dollars. $80 this costs. I remember when a 3-pack was like at most $60. Oh yeah, Gunther's foot was under the bottom rope. Ooh, they're booing Cody. Here's the thing. None of this matters if you don't have a storyline in which yeah, the crowd does not care. No, I'm saying though, it's because he didn't. Yeah, no. It was clear. I don't even remember Rhea and Jade doing anything to promote this match. I remember them doing something that promotes like the idea of a Jade Charlotte match or even like a Rhea Charlotte match, but It's just a repackaging of the WrestleMania thing. That's why Triple H said this could have been a WrestleMania card. And it's like, no. It is a WrestleMania card. It is a WrestleMania card, you know. So Bro, it's crazy that when you think about it, it's like Roman and Cody are the two biggest faces in the WWE, and yet both of them have utilized heel tactics without discretion. So like this is story, right? They're good guys that are getting away with bad guys stuff. And it's not that Cody did anything bad there. That's not what I'm saying. He has skirted the rules in the past in ways that baby faces often don't. And he doesn't have to have like some bigger moral code. It's just that it is a narrative. So it's like either Cody is just taking what he can where he can, and this is going to continue and continue until he goes too far or doesn't care anymore at all about the consequences of cheating or whatever. Or WWE is like going to use a storyline where like the refs have been instructed, like the Pat McAfee TKO storyline, right? Like we don't want Pat here. Yeah, but this isn't me booking him. This is from higher up. You know what I mean? Like the way they did that, so they can make it seem like nobody in control of the actual show has any say so about whether or not they can use Pat McAfee. He's just going to be inserted. Same thing. They don't have any, the referees don't have control who they say to put over or not. Only because it's like, it's just the same thing over and over recycled. If it's, oh, Cody won, but he shouldn't have, or Roman won, but he cheated. Like it's, and then if it never gets addressed and like what, the wrestlers don't have any problems with it. Like if I was in the NFL and I found out that the refs were deflating Tom Brady's balls for him, I'd be like, what the fuck? No, dude, you're not, we're the Super Bowl champs now because we're taking all their titles away. That's bullshit. I mean, like, you can't just make the game unfair, right? And obviously, we're talking about wrestling, but ultimately, what I'm trying to say is that this has to go somewhere, right? Jacob Fatu finally called Roman out on it. And it's like, I don't know. It's like, what are you going to do? Like, who cares? Who's going to do anything? Why would anyone else care? Like, what Otis's character is all of a sudden going to be like, you know what? I deserve a title shot. And I could beat Roman if he wasn't like the A side of everything. You know, and that's the whole thing is Nick Khan's really learned from boxing and MMA, right? Protect your A side at all costs. That's a storyline right there. Wait, what the fuck? They put Jade on the. I don't remember seeing this match. Yo, the fact that WWE put both of these matches on like this tells me that they really needed that pop. It sort of takes away from the seriousness of Jade's physique, which is absolutely serious, when she's standing over a promo for a scary movie poster. 7. Scary movie 7. It's like, oh man, look at her. She's just in phenomenal shit. Oh, scary movie 7. Oh, I can't wait for that. It's like, Let me just say on the topic of Shakur versus Foster, I'm not interested. Oshaki Foster, for some reason, to me, is the least interesting active boxer right now. He's like the Shia Gilles, of Alexander of boxing. Yeah, okay. Well, I actually agree. That was actually the point I made earlier on the show. I think I give Shock like a 10% chance of winning that fight. It's not that I don't want to see it because the energy is there between them for a fun promotion. And Shock is one of the best in his division, right? But there are levels. And the level that Shakur is operating at is one that I don't believe Shock is even anywhere near. And again, it's not that I don't want to see it because Shakur can fight somebody far worse than this, right? But this isn't the dream fight that I want. You know, he beat his friend. Okay, cool. Like, what do I give a shit? You know, I mean, it's not that what do I give a shit, but it's like, all right, like, is this what you're gonna do your whole career, Shakur? You're gonna base your fights off of who has pissed off your friends lately? Like, seems weird. Seems weird to be like, I'm definitely not going to fight my friend ever. So don't ask for it, even if we're the two best in the world, despite the fact that we're not blood related and we've always been fighters and have sparred many times together. Um, but I will fight the people that beat my friends. I mean, why? I don't care. Beat Haney. How about that? Right? Beat a you know beat a tank. How about that? Or or even try to get your hands on, you know what, that Loma fight is cooked, but I'll if he were to beat like one of his rematches or anyone really at the top of the division, I would like that. Damn, that was a pretty decent entrance from Rhea. All right. All right. All right. All right. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. How's that sound? Am I right? I think it was picking up a little too much of the wrestling backdrop. So my niece graduated, guys. So any congratulations, Mackenzie, or congratulations, Kins, um, things that you want to write in the chat. I will make sure that she sees them. We have a graduation party later today. Actually, like I think it starts at 4:30. But obviously I won't, I'm not gonna be able to leave until I finish Clash in Italy, but I will also not really like it's still like 7:30, so Jade with the body slam on Rhea. I would watch a push-up contest between Rhea and Jade. Obviously, they would not want to do that, but I would watch it. I'd probably pay for it, honestly. Oof. Uh-oh, Rhea's on fire. Oof. Damn, Rhea just slapped. I mean, Jade just slapped Rhea in the face. Oh my god, yo, that was a dope move. Yo, Jade like picked her up like she was choking her by the neck from the outside, threw her onto the ring apron. Rhea bounced off the ropes and she hit her with a knee. Jade did. That was like really impressive. This is the edge part of the show for me. Jesus Christ. Clip that. Sorry, I had to remember. Okay, all right, we're gonna move on. Alex, I love you so much, dude. You are like one of my favorite community members ever. I'm talking like from TBV days. All right, I still talk to some of those people. Like, I'm still really good friends. Like Mex and Matt are like probably the two people I talk to every day. Like, I don't even talk to my brother every day anymore. I don't know what the fuck's going on with him. I think he's been sniffing glue. I'm not gonna lie. He has been like on one. So he's either just butt chugging Red Bulls or he's got a serious cocaine problem. But let's start watching the wrestling. Yo, it's super long entranceway ramps. Like, why don't you just put the money into like big stages, right? Like, I miss the elaborate stages. Like, imagine right now, like the stage that they're coming out of is like lifted, and then there's like a pizza pie, like a guy with a pizza pie, right? And then there's like two dogs eating spaghetti that are about to like kiss at the noodle, and then like bread, I guess. I don't know what else. Mobsters. I'm just kidding. Obviously, this is all stuff that's WWE would do because they pander to their audience, but I do miss the like, what if there was just like a big ass castle? Like, you could do that, right? Like, the optics are just shit now, right? Somebody runs out of a fucking WWF era, you know, the one that I'm talking about, the like square cutout one that looks like the thing from Beetlejuice, where the monster that marries them after Beetlejuice is trying to, I guess, marry and sexualize a teenage girl. Is that the movie we all saw? Is that what happened in Beetlejuice? Holy shit. I mean, you could argue he's dead, but that might be worse. She was in high school. He was trying to marry her. Good God. All right, we need to watch wrestling. That's at least normal. Good Lord. Hollywood and Epstein Island. I'm telling y'all right now, don't ever let your kids go. Uh-oh, who's coming on? That's Machine Gun Matt. What's up, Champy?
Yeah. Yo, you got me?
I got you. You're a little dark, though.
Racing.
Yeah, no. I mean, you look a little bit wetbackish. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You can't hear my TV, can you?
No, not at all. You sound perfect. The audio sounds really good, actually. You sound not echoey at all.
No, because the projector has like super loud speakers. And I don't want it to get picked up.
Oh, you got it on projector?
Yeah, I'm in the fucking studio watching it.
Nice. Send me a picture so I could see what it looks like.
Like shit, bro. You don't want a picture of this.
All
The
right.
other side of this
Looks like shit.
needs to be cleaned.
So,
Like, bro, like you ever start a project?
everything behind me needs to be clean, and also I have literally figures like I'm a 10-year-old right now, just on my work desk. This is where I work and get paid to work, and there are wrestling figures near me.
Like, bro, like I have, like it's pretty much a good sectioned off corner of this massive garage I have.
Yeah.
I have it organized, but not clean. You know what
I
mean?
love the BAM shirt, but I don't think I could keep it up there with. I think I'd wear it. Like the shoes,
It don't
I
fit.
keep up there because. Oh, okay, then perfect. There you
This
go.
was, remember this was the fight that I went to, and they didn't sell merch. They handed out free merch on a first come first serve.
I
So they
remember
just-
that.
What was left?
That's dope. And so there was only smalls left. I
Bro,
hate that,
he had
dude.
like a huge
Let me tell y'all.
whatever law firm sponsors him handed out
Hillard.
a ton of money.
Oh no. It's isn't it
Like-
Henry?
Hold on.
I think it's Henry, bro.
It's like something Gomez something. I don't know.
Oh, that not Jay Gomez, the fucking comedian.
Something like that, bro. They sponsored that whole thing and they gave all his merch out for free.
That's so smart, bro. That's so smart. Like, you're gonna make what on merch in this fight of Bam's? Because that was what, like 3-4 years ago, 2-3 years ago.
Just last year, bro, when he fought Kafu.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was the one when y'all went to the Dallas Cowboys spot.
No. Well, he fought in the same spot, but that was Mikey.
That's
Fight.
what. Oh,
That
got
was
it, got
Mikey
it, got
when
it.
he fought Jesse Vargas.
Oh, I remember I was gonna cover that fight.
Yeah, this
What
this
happened?
just
I think I had a
last year,
relative
right
die.
before when he fought Kafu, right before he fought Puma is when I saw Bam.
Got you.
And they
Yeah, that's
fucking
a
lied.
dope ass
Said
shirt.
they were gonna take him to San Antonio, and he's fighting in fucking Arizona. Bastard.
Yeah, you know what sucks though? Not being a Spurs fan and not being able to enjoy their colors. I mean, they have the best colors, and Bam rocks the best shit.
They
And
got
it's like,
they got like the best. What is it like? They call it not like to be racist. I think it's like Fiesta Night or some shit like that.
oh yeah, Fiesta Night, where it's like
With,
low Spurs.
like the low Spurs, and it has like the old school, like the blue, orange, and like
The
purple,
pink.
pink.
Yeah. Yes, fire.
Bro, why? I thought it was just the two matches on ESPN.
So did I. I have no idea why this is happening.
Out here. First of all, Corey Graves must be fucking exhausted to go from Monterrey
Oh, I know.
to Italy in a matter of like 12 hours. He must have got straight on a plane and went.
What the fuck spot was that? That was weird.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Oh yeah, no. You're absolutely right. That's a hardworking man right there. See, and you know what pisses me off? All the fans that say that, and then they don't give that same credit to Morrow. Morrow literally would go and do like Pride and then fucking do a fucking New Japan recording for Access TV or whatever the fuck it was called.
And make the same Harlem rap joke that he made on the event.
First of all, his depth of rap is very wide ranging. He's made many references to the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s.
Or some dumb shit like that.
No. You know what? You don't appreciate it enough. You know what? You know what it is? This is our age difference. You're too young to know how hip hop was treated back in the day, and how this is just like Alex, who's too young for who's also younger than me and doesn't understand how badly the UFC was talked about once upon. I mean, he does, but he wasn't there. And so
that's like, when he called the fucking Rockers similar to the Clips, bro. Like, I fucking get the reference, but like, chill out already. I don't need that. Because mind you,
good one though. I'm not gonna lie. I like
half the people aren't gonna know who the fuck the Clips are, bro. They're only gonna know Pusha T.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll go another one. There was a group called Criss Cross. Now people are gonna be like, no, that was a rapper. No, the group was called Criss Cross. Bro. His name as a rapper was Christopher Cross. Do you know the name of the other guy that was in Criss Cross? You don't, because that guy was he was Marty Jannetty for sure.
Bro, but my point is, I don't need a reference to every fucking thing, bro. Just call the fight. Call the fight.
Let's see.
And what he did didn't work in wrestling too. It didn't.
It did at times. It did at times. The NXT ones worked well. I'll give you the SmackDowns and the Raws and the WWEs were oftentimes a stretch. The NXT ones were a lot of times fire. By the way, he would do it in boxing as well, and they were really fire when he would do them in boxing.
But it's old, bro.
Sure, it's old. Agreed. I don't think that's a reason to dismiss his vast knowledge. I would be willing to bet there is not a single combat sports analyst and commentator that knows as much as he does of the main combat sports shows. Maybe Brian Kenny, but I doubt it. I doubt Brian either. I'll be honest. I think Teddy Atlas is borderline retarded. Damn it! Fuck!
Got him.
It's been like 5 shows since I fucking said it. God damn it.
Clip that.
No, god damn it. Why do you
bro?
Okay, starting over.
But anyway, yeah, maybe now. Like, you might be right. Morrow might need to call like GCW level events. He would fit right in there.
He's hardcore.
Yeah.
Right. I'll be honest, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to say the R word. I apologize if I offended anybody. believe it or not, I just offended myself. But what I will say is this: I think Teddy Atlas is suffering from some cognitive issues. I'm not a doctor, and Infight and FX is not diagnosing him at all. All I know is that his takes have become more and more what's the word, senile. I don't think it's like CTE or anything like that, right? Again, I'm not a doctor. All I know is that he has said some of the dumbest shit in combat sports, and he's supposed to be better than that, right? Like, I can understand if you have a dumb MMA take, but some of his takes are like,
Do you
just
think
dumb.
do you think that he has absorbed so much knowledge that it's like corrupted and mixed up in his brain?
I think what it is that he's absorbed only one side of that knowledge, right? Like, there was a time, Matt, believe it or not, where I had a very strong idea of boxing, wrestling, MMA, and I thought fighters were ducks. I thought they were bitches. I thought they were pussies. I thought they were bums. None of those words describe fighters. Maybe outside of the 98% of them, right? Maybe there's like 2% that are like, fucking what's his name that killed himself in Venezuela, right? He's a piece of shit. And so at the end of the day, that's all good and fine, right? I just I don't know, dude. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I don't know.
He's a senile old man, bro. You said it. He's a senile old man.
And he has this biased idea because of where he comes from, and he's tried to protect his fighters. So like, a lot of it, I'm not saying it's like comes from a bad place, not at all. It's just like, dude, I had to be a fan, a journalist, and I had to fight until I fully understand this, right? And I don't even fully understand this. Now what I know is there's no way to fully understand this, right? Like, there was a time where I thought I knew everything there was to know about this game. Right. And I realized, oh shit, I'll never even know like a tenth of it. There are so many secrets that have died with writers and reporters and managers and fighters, and you know what I mean? Like, you'll never know the full truth of boxing. However,
you'll never know
enough to know that they'll do anything. It's one of the dirtiest things that ever exists. Yo, that is a optic right there. Holy shit. She is all red, bro. Not just her gear either.
When did Jade Cargill pop
up? Oh God.
In 2020?
How did we know this was happening?
Right. She popped up in 2020 on AEW.
Jade Cargill, yeah. 2020, 2021, I think. About like her big push.
Well, let's not say 6 years. Let's say she's had a good 3 to 4 years to learn something. She has not gotten better. She's got a good couple moves, and she's got a great look still, but her in-ring is leaving a whole lot to be desired, bro. And even an excellent worker such as Rhea, it's hard to cover it up, and they fucking botch the foot on the rope.
Wow.
Bro, my God. I'm not going to say it. B-Fab is a complete fuck up, bro. Why does she be on the main roster?
Her and fucking JC Mateo and Sol Ruka, I feel like, are responsible for like 80% of the worst stuff that's happened.
Whatever Tiffany Stratton had the yips and passed it over to Sol Ruka.
Yes.
What the hell?
Yo, Charlotte is in jeans. Why is Charlotte dressed like a 17-year-old though?
Why is she in a jean jacket, jean pants?
That looks crazy.
Got a jean thong on.
Where did she get that Canadian tuxedo from?
Yeah, she's got it
in Italy. That must be a custom made Canadian.
Oh, implant buster.
Oh, now you learned how to put the foot on the rope.
Foot on rope.
Of course.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it right there. Hell yeah. That's the goat there.
Also, Rhea, pick your fucking foot up for me and help me out here.
Yeah, no shit. Your fucking muscular ass leg that weighs 100 pounds.
That's fucking
yo,
crazy.
I'll bet you anything, yo. Jade is so heavy.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Heavy, bro.
They've been in this match right here with Charlotte and Jade, and they have come nowhere near
close to it. That's it.
Headbutt.
That was silly. I feel like that advanced nothing and no one. We didn't need this nor the last month of this booking at all. Matt, I'm gonna change my shirt real quick. Give me one second.
Nothing like a DP pin, bro. That's crazy shit. Rhea Ripley defeats Jade Cargill with an assist, and Charlotte Flair, who showed up in jeans, jean jacket, jean top, with a picture of me and Gene Okerlund. Oh wow, they moved Brock and Oba to the main show, not on ESPN. That is wild, and they're just gonna move to it. Oh, okay, still plugged in. Here we go. Yeah, but that is crazy, man. It leaves a lot to be desired for the women's division in the main event scene as a whole. Like I said, Jade Cargill's been around for a few
See,
years. She hasn't really
the
developed.
expectation thing.
I mean, she's kind of developed, but it's not really like the big thing.
Who?
And I feel like instead of having her debut to like a mid card kind of thing, Blake Monroe needs to hit that main event scene on SmackDown to challenge Rhea Ripley because she's at least somebody that's ready to work.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't think that Blake Monroe has the ability to get over on the main roster. I'm gonna be honest.
I think she does, bro. Because
I don't think she does. I
But
think
you
if she was that version of AEW, she coming absolutely.
I
But
was about to bring up she had the ability to prove she can get over on her own. That's the thing.
yeah, but that's
She went from a little side main character to one of the top women's acts in wrestling.
sure, absolutely. And the thing is that if you have the mask versus mask match at any of the PLEs that WWE's had before last night, it doesn't get over the way it does, right?
Well-
in Mexico. And that's me to say that there's a crowd out there for Blake Monroe.
Right.
Unfortunately, it exists outside of the confines of what WWE is traditionally doing. By the way, you're looking Jack Champ. I'm predicting the Money in the Bank winner is cashing in on Rhea this year. Who would you think would be the Money in the Bank winner, though, Alex? Because I think listen, it's hard to say that for me because I don't know who would you say right now is like a favorite? Like in the years before, we said LA Knight, Jay Uso, Montez Ford. There have been guys months coming back that we're like, oh, you know what? I think he's favored to win this. He's favored to win that, right? Bro, the women haven't had storyline for shit. There literally have been, what were we doing with Charlotte? Okay, just throw him in there with Jade. Oh, Rhea? Oh, she won the title? Just send her to SmackDown. We're not going to have a challenger for her. Oh, we haven't had a challenger for a women's title since WrestleMania? Who gives a fuck? That's the way that, to me, the mindset of WWE seems right now. Ripley keeping that belt for at least the next 4 months.
Oh, Mario, Oba and Brock got moved to the main card.
Wow.
It's gonna go. They said it's going in this order.
Up.
It's gonna be Becky and Soul, Brock, Oba, Roman and Fatu. And
Yo, listen, I'm
They
not going to
announced
crash
it
out.
just as you walked away.
I'm not going to crash out, Matt, because I expect this, right? Like I'm from the card subject to change era. So like I'm not going to crash out, but yo, I'm going to be honest, that's a bad look, bro. You just promised a bunch of casual fans that they were going to be able to tap in like nothing and watch. And guess what? You lied.
No, you watched. Did you not watch? You watched. You missed it.
Not for but I'm saying I'm not a casual fan. That's not for me. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm not a casual fan. Card subject to change. I know what that means. Shit, I wasn't even expecting Jacob Fatu to wrestle tonight, but that doesn't hurt me to watch the product. I think that not having Oba and Lesnar as a draw to cross over to the show it does affect, I think, the ratings for the show. Or do you think it's the opposite? Do you think that having Oba and Lesnar on the free version prevents them from popping a number on the app?
I think so, because if there's anything I want to see, it's probably what's going to happen with Oba and Brock again. Is it going to be a 50? Because, in my sense, is it going to be 50-50 booking? Are they going to have an actual match? Is it going to be another squash? It's just, and me also, I like two big, beefy son bitches beating the hell out of each other. I'm a big fan of that. And especially probably because they might have looked at the numbers for Mania and thought, okay, everybody tuned in to see Brock and Oba, and then nobody watched the rest of the card. So they're probably thinking, let's see if we can get them over there. Put Cody and Rhea up here. See what happens.
Yeah, I mean, that does say to me that there might be more storyline than just a fast match, but that's what I was expecting. Like somebody asked me earlier in this week, like, who do you think's going to win? I said Brock Lesnar, and they said, how confident are you in that? I said, I don't know if I'm confident because I believe that's where they're going, because that's a route to take that can make the most sense or the most money.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm in a position where either way it's a short match. Either way, I think WWE looks at these two guys and says, this is the draw that we once had retiring and the draw that we'll now need coming up. This should be nothing more than a passing of the torch, but yet this 50-50 type booking allows for you to circumvent what you've already done with Oba Femi. Listen, this is not retconning. This is not anything but bad booking, questionable booking. Let's call it that. You don't retire Brock Lesnar and suck the air out of Oba's, room that night, right? His moment, you just took it. And if he was really retiring, then I'd say farewell, and that's great. And that helps Oba as the guy that retired him. So, and he deserves that moment. But it was always storyline. It was always storyline. And in that, you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back with Oba. And that's the kind of booking we've continued to see from guys that show the most potential from the top. Kevin Owens, they did that with him and John Cena, remember?
Does it really take anything away from Oba if he drops it tonight back? If he drops it tonight, but he comes back and just smashes Brock again in SummerSlam, does it take anything away from him?
Yes, it does. It does, because at the end of the day, the amount of people that it takes to pop a number today, they're mostly casual fans, right? Probably like 75, 85%, right?
Well, so no, I wouldn't even say that anymore as a casual fan. Because
listen, when WWE does 5 million views, what do you think the percentage of those are casuals? I would say like 70% to 80%.
Nah, not anymore. It depends depends on what it is, bro. Like if you're asking me how many casual fans are tuning in for Brock Oba, I would say out of the whole 5 million, it's probably like 20%.
It's probably like what?
Like 20%, bro, because wrestling.
Champ, come on.
Wrestling.
No, that's not true, champ. If that was true, the WWE would be telling us every week how Netflix is doing 5 million in the States. It's not. It's not even doing close to that.
They never say the States.
Because it's not doing that.
They always say worldwide.
Sure, and that's great. But at the end of the day, they would do it if they were doing it.
I'm no longer on linear television. I'm on apps across the world.
Agreed. And yet,
remember you must die. That's what that means, by the way, guys.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, memento mori means remember you must die.
So that's what's up. That's a hard ass thing to have in the intro package.
But like it's a reference to saying don't be afraid of death. Enjoy your life.
Remember, hey, what's up, champ?
But just remember,
what's going on, buddy?
You're gonna die.
Oh, I thought he was right there. My bad.
He's too busy watching the TV.
Oh, yeah, he don't notice us. So the thing is this, right? This arc belongs to Oba, right? It belonged to Oba. This was Oba's arc. Now it's Brock Lesnar's arc. This is his story. Oba's an element in his story. Now, a big element, right? The protagonist to the antagonist, or the antagonist to Lesnar's protagonist. But ultimately, you can't have, hey, what's up, buddy? You can't have these sorts of things, and then forget to like who this is all supposed to be about, right? So if you create a moment that's 50-50 booking, whatever that percentage of casual fans is, the way that they interpret content today is a moment by moment basis. That's why boxing and MMA work. You're mostly casual fans that don't know what they're looking at. So they say, oh, you're good because you did this last, right? Look at all these people. Look at all these people saying that Shock is, oh yeah, we're going to watch him fight Shakur and he's going to limit. Bro, But if you've been watching Shock for the last 5 years, you know what kind of fighter is. You know he's good because he's gotten better, but you know how limited he was before. And that's what I'm trying to say is that all it does is put the most recent moment in the casual fan's eyes. So what happens to Obafemi is two things. One, his storyline is hijacked by Brock Lesnar. And
Here comes
two,
the thing.
the last thing that fans will remember if he gets squashed right now is him being squashed. Now, if it's a big, meaty, toe-to-toe war that he barely loses and they can both elevate, terrific storyline. I
Now,
give credit to
I get that, but you got to remember. You got to remember. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead. I'm
saying,
Go ahead.
you got to remember, you're talking about the casual fan. They're not even going to remember the name Obafemi. They know the name and the face Brock Lesnar. They saw Brock Lesnar get smashed, look like he was going to cry, retire, and then they're going to see this again. They're like, oh shit, Brock's back, and he's going to get his revenge. That's going to draw the casual fan back right there.
I can't say you're wrong, but I also don't think that. Here's the thing. Let's say they do it at SummerSlam. Let's say this is supposed to be a trilogy, right? And they can't do it. And you know what happened to Bret Hart? You know why Bret Hart wasn't one of the biggest stars in the world, like in Hollywood? Because Hulk Hogan never did the job. That's why. Stone Cold, they did the job for him. Shawn Michaels, they did the job for him, right? Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Razor Ramon, Macho Man, Kevin Nash, all of them. They had the job done for them. Bret Hart never had the job done, and you can give that all soundbite, and that's fine. It's great for a clip.
You know why they did that though?
Because Hogan is a narcissist piece of shit who's selfish in the 80s and probably on cocaine and definitely on steroids. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, definitely steroids. But Mario, in multiple points of Bret Hart's career that he refused to do because he has too much pride.
Tell me when, and do not say the Montreal Screwjob because
I'm not. If you let me finish,
sorry. I'll mute.
Calm down. All right. Put the pink and black attack down. All right. Bret Hart, because he has too much pride in himself and his family and the history of the business that they incorporate. They gave him many opportunities to get down or lay down, and he chose to lay down and not get down with what was going on. Those decisions he made did affect the business for better, but you never want to be the guy that's trailblazing, bro. And that's fact. History tells you you don't want to be the one that blazes the trail because for one, you're going to be forgotten about, and for two, you're not going to be the guy that gets the credit. Think about it, bro. Every opportunity, even in that documentary where AAA says if he doesn't want to fucking do business, we'll do business for him. That was one of the last fucking times. Bret Hart could have easily done. He could have got in bed with the business that was at any point. He just pride chose to not let him do that.
Hey, but you admit though that Hogan, the narrative was there, right? Yeah. What was best for the company, what was best for wrestling as it related to its top promotion dominating all of the territories was for Hogan to tap to Bret Sharpshooter. Can we agree on that, right?
No.
So you think it would have been better for Hogan to just leave the way he did, give it to Yoko? Yoko gets beat by Bret. For who though? I don't understand. That's doing nothing but for Hogan. It protects Hogan.
For the business, Mario. Bret Hart got the ball and didn't draw any money.
That's not true. You say that all the time. You and Mex say that all the time. And it's
no, because it's true. Because Kevin Nash, Shawn Michaels, and Bret Hart.
The bubble popped. That's what happened. And then WCW took advantage of really great key pickups. You don't think the NWO was facing the Hart Foundation that WWE would have been the most watched thing on TV?
When Bret got the ball, Bret was one of the champions in the lowest part of the business, and he didn't draw anything. He drew from the crowd that was already there. He didn't make the crowd bigger. He didn't make the crowd smaller. He didn't draw any fucking money because he was drawing the money that was already there. Kevin Nash, who was Diesel, Shawn Michaels, and Bret Hart were the champions running the next generation in an era where the business was at its lowest. That is a factual statement.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not factual
That's
in
all I
the
said.
sense that the numbers were lower.
He
But
didn't
the
draw any
numbers
money.
were
He didn't
across
draw
the
anything
board, right?
outside of
So
Canada.
this is
He didn't
you
draw
basically
anything.
saying that Bret Hart wasn't Hulkamania. That's your
Mhm.
argument. And that to me sounds so crazy, right? Like that's so
It
crazy. to
sounds
me. Like,
crazy until
oh,
we start talking
you're
about what's
Altuve,
better for
and
business.
because you're not Biggio, you didn't take over for the like. What are we talking about here? You passed the torch, right? The same people that did the job for Hogan, Sergeant Slaughter, the Sheik, Earthquake, and we could keep going, right? Sid, everybody, they did the job. Hogan did the job for Warrior, and
Because
he did it.
Warrior was the draw.
No, stop. No, he didn't want to do it. He knew he was going to be in the company. He didn't drop to Brett. He didn't do the job for Brett for two reasons.
Because
One,
Warrior was supposed
let
to
me
be
just finish this.
Hogan.
Let me just finish this. Two reasons. One, Hogan was a fraud. Brett was an actual wrestler with actual wrestling ability. And despite the size difference and how strong Hogan was, Bret Hart could have snapped his leg at any moment he wanted to. So he was a real badass, right? He was a real fighter that could actually fight. And then the other thing was that Hogan knew his time in WWE was up. He knew it. He didn't want to leave his glory with Bret Hart. He went out in a way that protected him. And it's so funny how Vince was willing to protect Hogan going to WCW by doing the whole fucking Japanese photographer flashbang in his eyes. Like, who the fuck put that guy on the fucking thing? You know what I mean? That was retarded. But God damn it. But ultimately, the right job. I know. I'm upset. I'm very upset. Listen, Oba and Lesnar starting. So I'll let you.
My son is one of those little marks that says one fall after they say it.
Oh, I love it.
Bro, the camera
He
is shaking.
Yeah.
The hard cam is
So
shaking, bro. Look at it. It can't even stand still. It can't even stay still. Look at the hard cam angle.
Are you gonna cover the College World Series or no?
Kinda, yeah. The teams I was
Just like here and
interested in.
there, depending of a Texas team.
They're both out. I think on softball they're out. I don't know who's
They're both
in.
out.
I know Nebraska's playing AZ State right now in the baseball.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's been good.
Shit, Brock's going after Oba.
Because I've been
Oh my God, is he gonna squash him? No way. In F5. One F5.
F5. Here we go. Woo! That Suplex City, bitch. Here we go.
Oh, another one.
If John Cena can do it, you can do it too. Take another one. One more time. One more time.
Dude, you are. I know you don't want Brock to win. You're just saying this because you know this.
Oh my God, a third
bullshit
one.
booking they do. Yo,
Oh,
this
you gonna
is
give him another
crazy.
You gonna give him another
Come
one.
on, Oba.
We're gonna
Let's
know.
go,
I love
Oba.
it, bro.
Stand up, Oba.
Bro,
Stand up. Make yourself
two,
heavy, Oba.
Oh, four.
No, that last one was the bitchy one. Hell,
Oh, he kicked out.
Holy shit, he kicked out. How many was that? 3?
4. He gave him 4 and 5s, bro.
4, you sure?
Yeah. Look, it's even Brock. I need my hair braided like Brock's. Give him another one. Fuck it. Give him another one. Oh, the Kimura. Break it. Kimura's locked in, center of the ring. Oba, hand on the Scary Movie logo. What do you think, Mario? He gonna tap here, or they gonna do the stand up and slam?
No way.
You gonna stand up and slam him?
I don't know if you can stand up and slam him from that angle. I don't think he can. That would be a heavy pickup. The only way you could do it is if Lesnar got up with him.
Mm-hmm.
But that wouldn't look as good, you know?
I mean, unless he's just strong as shit.
No, he is. You're absolutely right.
Oh,
shit.
Can you give me a water, please?
Oh, my God, Matt, he's doing it, Matt. Oh, my God, he did it.
Slam him. That is nuts. Holy shit, that boy is strong.
Yo, you can't get that strength. You know you can't get that strength in the gym, right? That's like
fucking
farming shit. That's
that's
like I had
fucking
a fucking hard life and my dad made me work while I was a kid
fucking
type shit.
that's
You don't get
fucking
that straight at the
fucking
gym. Fuck no.
Wakandan vibranium level strength, bro.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
oh
Because Brock
shit.
Lesnar's fucking huge, bro. That's a big boy.
Oh, I thought Oba was wearing gloves too. I was like, man, that's lame.
Thank you, son. Good thing about kids, bro. You got little servants just running around.
Oh, he tried to choke slam Lesnar. Another F5, the fifth one, right?
Yep, it's 5.
Oh, he hit him with it.
Ooh. Yo, but Oba's got to find a better way to take that, bro.
There it is. Yeah, he's not taking it super well. The first and the second one were good. They've all gotten worse. I think the first one was the best, and he's
landing
gotten worse.
He's putting his hand down when he lands,
And he's gonna fuck.
He's gonna break his.
He's gonna break his fucking shit. Here's the thing that's the worst about that. You could land on one of your fingers or your hands or your little knuckles and shatter a bone.
Yeah.
Shatter a bone. I've played baseball long enough to know that if you get hit in the right place, you don't have to get hard. You don't have to get hit hard. You will shatter a bone and you'll be out for months.
I've done this recently, and you could fuck all the nerves in your hand based off an impact from your wrist and just lose all your grip strength.
Yeah.
That shit can happen, bro. And yeah, and at the rate of speed he's coming down at his size, bro, you gotta learn how to take that better.
Hey, shout out to everybody on Twitch, X, and YouTube who just jumped on. Oh, not YouTube. Never mind. Twitch and X. Shout out to everybody who just jumped on.
Yeah,
Appreciate
all
all
on
the
YouTube.
sub and the follow. Go to I know, right? Go to Talking About Sports with Matt
He said,
on YouTube and Twitch.
Y'all ain't shit.
What did he do? What did he do?
Ooh.
You said Lesnar fucked up or me?
Nah, I did.
Oh,
I dropped my Funko Pops.
what Funko Pop is it?
This is Stone Cold Steve Austin with the Smoking Skull belt.
Oh, nice.
But this is like Stone Cold in jeans and vest.
Have you seen the one with the 2 belts?
Yeah.
That's
I
the
got
one.
this over here. I got my fucking Angel Goku eating noodles. I think it's funny because he's dead and he has a halo. It's funny.
Nice.
And I got
Oh shit! Another fucking F5 through a table. Oh, that's not a DQ, but all right,
bro. But those tables seem stiff as fuck.
I know. It seems even worse than the breakaway tables of the 90s.
I would rather go through the breakaway and land on the cement than whatever the hell they have this made out of.
Yes, but I'll say this: I would rather take that bump than the only bad table bump from that era, and that was Brett going head first through the table, and the table cracked perfectly, and the fucking the tablecloth like just enveloped him, and it looked like he got sucked into another dimension.
Oh, just stand up and look at him get in the fucking ring. The ref's still counting. There we go.
Crazy.
That would be crazy if he like aura farmed and took a count out.
Lesnar is fucking shocked, bro. He has no
corner again.
What he got.
Oba coming at him again into the corner.
Oh my god. Oh my MG.
Here comes the choke slam.
Oh my god.
Ruler, nope, pop up power bomb.
Holy shit. He fucking popped him up. He fucking popped him up. Oh, do this. No, don't. Fuck. That was fucking bullshit.
What? You thought that was bullshit?
It was a great match. It was a great match. It was bullshit. Seeing Lesnar get popped up powerbomb, there will never be a better time to send him home than that. This is bullshit. This is like Hogan body slamming Andre the Giant at the fucking house show that's televised 5 months before WrestleMania, and then telling everybody he's gonna slam him for the first time. Like, this is bullshit. It was a great match.
I think they fucked up that last spot. I think that's what happened. Because it looked like he was trying to throw Brock clean over him, and then he double gripped him at the top.
I don't know. I was shocked that he got him up, dude.
That's what I'm saying. It looked like he was trying to completely huck him.
I think he did.
No, remember he when he popped up power bombed him, he he grabbed him again. It looked like the plan was I'm gonna throw Brock clean over my shoulders for him to land on his
No,
feet.
he did not think he was gonna throw him clean over his
It looked like,
shoulder.
that looked like that's what the plan was, bro. Because you see him double
Oh.
clutch. Let's watch the replay when it comes up at here at the end.
Yeah, we'll see. Let me see.
Because it looks like when he pops him up, it looks like he goes, "Oh shit!" And like when you throw a little kid too high in the air, and you just Yeah, that was insane. The fact that he picked up Brock from a fucking floor base, bro. Holy shit. But I think that works again, though. He got F5 6 times. The sixth time was through a table, and he almost broke his wrist again, putting his hands down. Let's see. Okay, he's gonna toss him. Here we go. Toss. Now here comes the pop-up powerbomb. Let's see.
Damn, that toss
Yeah, look,
was
see?
hard.
See, look, they cut out the pop-up and they went right to where he's got him on his shoulders.
But
That was the plan. Then he was gonna pop up Brock, but Brock was gonna leapfrog over him. F5 match. The fact that they cut to straight on the shoulders in the replay lets me know.
I think you're right. I don't think he was trying to get him all the way up, but I do think you're right. He was trying to get him up.
I think he was supposed to.
I think this was a mistake.
He was because Brock went up for him. I
Did
think
he say you want one more?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what he said?
It sounded like it. Whew. Freebird rule, baby. Here comes the Vision, new tag champs.
Jesus. Hey, you know that guy, Braun Breaker, that we really.
That's Julia? What the fuck?
Why is Julia there?
She looks like a regular ass person.
I know. She looks like.
What the that bro? Holy shit! What does she wear to wrestle? Because that looks like a whole different person.
Yo, she looked crazy, bro.
She looked normal.
She looked so mid.
Like she didn't look like a Japanese wrestler that'll probably kick the shit out of you, but like a regular fucking person.
But she's not just Japanese, right?
She's mixed with something. Probably French.
Yeah, somebody said she was Japanese, Brazilian, and something Eastern European.
She's probably could be because Japanese, since Japan's essentially paying people to go populate their country, they're mixed with a lot of French, Brazilian, and Portuguese people. I wouldn't be surprised, bro.
Oh my god, are you serious, Mario? You fucking idiot.
That's crazy, bro.
Do not disturb. God, dude. Listen, the match was great, actually. Very well booked. Whoever was the producer of that match did a very good job. That said,
In Monterrey,
it was the wrong choice. Oba should have gone over again.
I think
we'll never see him get a better response to that because everything we'll have seen again and again.
Does this set up now in regular wrestling tropes, right? This would set up a third match that's a stipulation match. Do we get that with Brock or do we just get another match? Because it seems like if I was Brock Lesnar, obviously people like Sting, AJ, Cena, they're a little older. They needed some kind of stipulation to cover up some things. Maybe not AJ, but more Cena, Sting, the older guys. Brock Lesnar obviously can have a match, so he wouldn't need a stipulation to cover anything up. What do you think? Can we get like a Hell in a Cell or maybe a Last Man Standing, no holds barred type of environment, or do you think that because for sure, bro, the bet, look, don't get me wrong. I understand why you're upset. We don't like 50-50 booking, but the best place to put over Oba again is if he wins at not only WrestleMania, but at Brock Lesnar's more notable event, SummerSlam. Because if Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania, Mr. SummerSlam is Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, if he was to put you over night one, SummerSlam in front of his hometown crowd, I think that would do good for him. But I don't know. I understand.
Listen,
I see why people get mad at the 50-50 booking, bro, but this is what storylines need, bro. If it's just a one-sided fucking beating, there's no story.
Well, Alex agrees. He says, that's my match of the year. I don't give a F. I don't feel like Oba lost anything. This may be the rivalry of 2026. Listen, and that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
saying
feel like
is
Oba lost
how is it the
anything.
rivalry? How is it the rivalry of 2026 the best thing to do with a retired Brock Lesnar? Right? Like that sounds ridiculous to me. It sounds ridiculous that he would get this last run, like as if he's fucking John Cena on this one final title run or like Omega. Here's the thing. Alex is right, and so are you. This didn't hurt Oba in the eyes of me or you or Alex or any of our educated community in combat sports. You know who it hurts the eyes in is the
Yeah.
casuals, the guys that didn't know who Oba was
But
until WrestleMania and
how
Brock
many
Lesnar, and the guys that have been doing this everywhere they go. Those guys see him get squashed like that, and the badassery comes down a bit. You know how I know that, Matt? Because I lived through Goldberg. And even though he was the most one-dimensional wrestler ever, he was super over. We loved him. We were all excited. And the moment that he started getting beat, the moment he lost to Kevin Nash and then stupidly ran into Bret Hart's shield underneath his hockey jersey, it killed his momentum.
But-
Anytime a monster is dethroned, they come down a notch. Brock Lesnar is that outlier, but also he beat the Undertaker, so it's like he'll never be not that guy.
No, bro. Here's the thing: the Goldberg thing. It was shit booking.
It was
bro.
very entertaining.
It was shit booking. What killed Goldberg's aura from what he had. If Kevin Nash didn't cattle prod Goldberg, or it was Scott Hall, but if they didn't cattle prod Goldberg and beat him the way he did, imagine if Kevin Nash beat Goldberg the way Brock just beat Oba. He bum rushed him. He fucking hit him with a couple He killed him with a couple power bombs, like 6 power bombs in a row, and then beat him. And that's what beat him. Would that have been better? Probably. Had they done that, power bombed him 8 times, put Goldberg through 2 fucking tables, threw him back in the ring, and beat him, probably would have fucking worked out. But the shit booking behind Goldberg is what fucked up Goldberg. This didn't mess up Oba because just like Alex said in the comments, the psychology behind this rivalry is what's keeping it going and making Oba going to be a bigger star once he beats Brock again. The psychology of the story, and that's what one thing for sure WWE has down is the psychology of not only in ring but the storytelling itself.
Okay, before I address that, I just want to answer Mix. No, Brock didn't squash Obo's.
They had
It was a decent match. Here's the thing. Brock definitely got the most offensive in. Offense in. He dictate. In fact, you could argue
one sided
like 80% of the match. Oba got a decent power move early, but he was in a Kimura when it happened. And then he got like a 30-second or like a 60-second run where he just went power moves. And that would have been the thing to me. It's like, holy shit, Brock put everything into this. He trained. He said he fucking went on a diet. He stopped banging Sable again. Like all these things that he does to the top of his physique. And guess what? He did that and it still wasn't enough. Even when he's at his best, he just doesn't have it, and Oba's that good. That's a story you can sell to casuals. That's something that mark-ass casuals will buy into. Shit, I'll buy into it, and I'm a fucking hardcore that knows the score. You know what I mean? So it's not that I say that wrong. It wasn't bad. But it wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was bad. I just don't think it's.
You just don't like the decision to beat him.
It's not even that I don't like it. I don't see how it helps. Right? Like if you're gonna do Brock at SummerSlam, why wouldn't it be Gunther retiring him? At the end of the day, Gunther's
everybody got fucking mad at Gunther retiring people.
But that's the way. That's the thing that's worked for him. I was mad. I was mad that he retired AJ and John Cena both. And guess what? Now I look at him more like a badass. But guess what? I don't look at him as the bitch that tapped out to Jey Uso. I don't look at him like that anymore. And I did for a while. And that was
their plan worked, bro. You forgot about it.
Sure. But it don't always work like that. It don't always work like that, right? Sometimes Braun Strowman, you can't put the monster back into the monster. It's just like, oh, you're just a food-eating weirdo. Like, nah, get out of here.
But that's why we're saying the psychology of it is going to work. Just like you said, Brock had to, it took everything that Brock did to beat him. Brock pulled out all the stops for this one moment. Now Oba is going to have to elevate his game from where he beat Brock to beat Brock once again, because he knows desperation Brock is going to be hard to beat. And once he does beat that man, and obviously now the second match was much longer. Granted, Brock Lesnar had a lot of the domination in it, but that gives me hope that the third match is going to be a really good decently paced out 10 to 15-minute banger. And if
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's
that's
just,
what I'm saying. I give it time. Let's give it time and let's see
yeah.
how
Listen,
it plays out.
I
If
didn't.
it
I
plays
wasn't.
out like me and Alex think, it should be okay. But
And I want to admit this, right? I want to admit this. I'm not always right. I know that. In fact, this is how I know I'm not right. For 2 years, or no, for about a year and a half, I was on this air, and I was saying, or actually less than a year and a half, just over a year. I was on air saying that this El Grande versus El Grande match needed to have its doink versus doink moment. It was a comedy act, and it should have been a comedy act, and it will always be a comedy act. And then when it was ready to happen, I said it should happen at Royal Rumble. Oh, they debuted it. Okay, well then it's got to happen at Chamber. Okay, well then it's so big it's going to happen at Mania. Didn't do it. I thought it was a mistake. I thought they handled this terribly. They never had any fucking real heat with anyone. There was no feuds or programs for the El Grande Americano that ever paid off. They would do something with Javon, and then that was done. They would do something with Penta, and then that was done. Till the point that they faced each other, and then something real grew out of it. What I know is that I was up and down with this, but mostly down with this whole run. But that mask versus mask made all of it make sense, right? Without retconning. It's different to go back and retcon everything. It's another thing to go and make it make sense. Gable said, I was defeated by the Mexican spirit. Yo, that shit is deep, bro, because he was on some bullshit with the whole thing, right?
Shout out to the repost of the stream.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up. Hey, shout out.
Reposted on X, baby. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Madison. Madison, I appreciate you, champ, for reposting the stream. You are the champ. So listen, I think that ultimately what you have is, see, this is what he's saying. Who's to say there's a third match, though? Exactly. Now he's saying there's, but wait. No. I'm not being dumb like Mex. No, I'm just playing. No, Mex is. I'm not saying that. But no. Mex might. I'm not saying. Okay, let me calm down here. If Mex is saying that there was never any plan to have a third match, I don't think he's right. I don't think that it's fair to say he's wrong because we don't know, right? He's honest. We don't know. I would say we're probably better off knowing there would have been, right? But who's to say none of them get injured? Who's to say that they don't have their plans ruined? And then you're stuck with this situation where you had a 50-50 booking. Brock Lesnar dips out. Why do we ever think that Oba's the guy that retired the monster, the blue monster?
I don't think injuries is what we need to worry about. I think it's who's to say Brock Lesnar says, okay, I'm going home. See you later.
Exactly. That too. Hey, listen, at the end of the day, there are, in the list of likely scenarios, you get the 10 most likely scenarios based on reason and percentage. There are more avenues that point to them not having a third match than there are them having it. And again, I'm not saying that's not the plan or it never was the plan. Yo, I'm sorry, Danhausen. This is
Where is Danhausen? He hasn't even popped up yet.
He's doing a fucking scary movie.
It's a commercial.
This is not. He's just like the fucking polar bear from Coca-Cola.
No. Brock, yes, he is. No, Gunther's not going to get that match. After how the match with Cody finished, he's going to get that match at SummerSlam.
But see, Mex is right. See, this is what Mex understands better than almost anyone, right? He understands story and how much of story goes into wrestling. We don't give a shit about Hulk Hogan facing Sergeant Slaughter. We give a shit about Hulk Hogan beating the shit out of a traitorous army general who was once defeating our proud country and then went to Iran in support of them and became a general for Iran. Now I want to see that motherfucker beat his ass. And I want to see Hogan beat that ass. But that's the story of it, right? And he's right. We're on a story where Gunther's that new Hall of Fame killer. He's the new legend killer. Randy Orton move out of nowhere. Here came this little fat German kid that lost a little bit of weight, and now he's chopping his way up the ladder. That is the story that's been told. Oba's supposed to be the monster. Gunther's supposed to be the gentleman assassin, right? The guy in the black suit with tux, with the fucking, with the silencer on that bitch.
I just don't think. I think the plan shifted, and it sounded like your mic came out, champ. But I think the plan shifted to from Gunther to Oba, because why? It just seems like they're setting up a series between these two. That's why I'm saying it makes sense, and I think the whole Gunther direction completely turns because Gunther's on a different show now. So he's challenging the world champion. He fucking lost because his foot was under the rope. They're setting up that rematch. We don't know when Randy's coming back. Because guess what? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just think I'm not saying assume, right? But if I were a betting man, I'd put my chips on putting Oba Brock SummerSlam.
Yeah, I would too. I would too.
Hey, bro, what is Sol
but
Ruka's
it
gimmick?
don't make sense. Say again. What'd you say?
What
Matt?
is Sol Ruka's gimmick?
She's
Yo,
you
you
know,
got him?
like a surfer, gymnast, you know what I mean? Like free liberal type of hippie pothead is what I'm assuming. I took her as like a
Like a
non-toxic
hippie.
version of Matt Riddle.
Is she like a hippie? A non-toxic version of Matt Riddle is awesome.
You like
she,
it, right?
is she a
That's
hippie?
right. That was fire. I just thought of it.
Is she a hippie? Is she a pothead? Is she
I think
homeless?
all of the
Is she a
above. She's
surfer?
also, she takes care of her body. Like I imagine her gimmick is a yoga, not Karen. You know what I mean? She's not a Karen, but she does yoga because she lifts weights and she does all this other stuff. So she has to protect everything, right? She see the difference between Sol Ruka and like what's her name? Liv Morgan or any of the other like fitness-based athletes that came in is that Sol Ruka is a mind, body, spirit athlete, right? She talks about training the mind and the body and the spirit in the same way. She elevates herself. Like her workouts aren't just, I'm gonna go to the gym, do a warm-up, hit some abs, hit some biceps, chunk it for the day. No, her workouts are like fully in tune, right? So she's gonna have a meditation process. She's gonna have a warm-up, right? A yoga stretch. She's gonna do what's it called? Emphatic stretching.
Yeah. Oh my
And then
God, bro. I meant to text you about this. I don't mean to interrupt you.
Ruka is a surfer gimmick. Yes.
Did you see the enhanced games last week by any chance?
I didn't, but I've been wanting to watch it. I am gonna watch it. I was very interested. I kept up with it.
What's crazy, right? Is all the events, right? Were like I think they said it was at least up to 50% of them were won by the non-enhanced athletes, the clean-ish athletes, which is crazy. So like they had obviously they allow the use of performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They said the majority of the events were won by the clean athletes, not the ones that were openly using.
Nah, that don't make sense.
That's fucking weird, ain't it? And then like
it's weird in the sense that I think they're probably lying.
What's crazy is they try to sell the fact that they broke all these world records, but they're not going to count.
Oh, because they weren't recognized by the IBFA. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Do you think they're setting up a match with Jessica Carr, bro? Like at some point she's gonna get in the ring with Becky?
I don't think so because
like, why would you start or do you think this is just like they're gonna make like that's her Howard Cosell and that's just gonna be a problem every time they're around?
Yes, exactly. The way that Bailey has her stupid thing with Michael Cole, I think that's what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't see her getting in a wrestling role.
Bro, but like I don't know, but like during the buildup of right now, like Sol Ruka still has like that 1,000-yard stare, bro. Like the crowd is just like the arena is so popping and big, she seems lost out there. Boom, good. Flip onto the pin, get the 2 count. She's moving pretty well right now. But
the shtick on Sol Ruka or the narrative has been that she's ruined her debut, right?
Yeah.
That all of the botches have made it to where casual fans see her as a joke now, and there's a bunch of memes out there. There's a bunch of, different stuff. Speaking of which, where's the meme on Ford? I thought I was going to wake up to him going down the slide, going down a dinosaur's mouth. Where's the internet? Are they asleep?
Shock fucking tossed that son of a bitch.
Yo, that man sliding down the ring like he was at the Texas. Told his ass, don't go head first, and he just jumped in head first.
Like I thought they were gonna put memes of Ford like sliding into home, bro. I thought that shit was
right. Where the fuck is that shit?
Especially how quickly they did Torres last week, which was fucking crazy. But like,
Yo, imagine a meme where Shock is standing there and it has a little caption bubble and he's like, "Nah, champ, you first." And then Ford's going down like a big water slide. Ooh.
Kind of got it. She's over here in some fucking. She's wrestling in Vans. Hey, baby. Ooh, where's my other little man? That's crazy, bro. And you know what, too, Russ? I was talking to my brother about this at the last game we had. It's so unfucking fair, especially in baseball, that you could pretty much put like spikes and studs on any pair of fucking shoes and just go out there and do whatever. Like if I was able to play baseball in a pair of fucking Vans, that would be incredible.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Oh, rolls her up again. So Ruka gets a 2 count. I mean, she's moving pretty well. They're doing a lot better than what happened at Saturday night's main event. That's for sure.
Very much so. And that's what we had talked about on the show, Matt, before. We had said that, Sol Ruka had been working out at the WWE Performance Center for so long, and all those people in NXT she had gone, 5, 10, 15-minute matches with, on a daily basis in front of nobody, to the point when they're on the, in front of the fans, they've already done that match in their sleep. You know what I mean? So now you have these moves that are all based on timing, and yet Sol Ruka has not had the chance to familiarize herself with Becky Lynch, and those roster women haven't had the chance to familiarize themselves with Sol Ruka. So it's different. It's different, but it does speak a little bit to the women's work rate in WWE. Like, we know women can do crazy moves. We know they can go out there. We've seen them. But WWE seems more protective of their style than the men sometimes,
Do you think it could be fixed with something as simple as let's take more NXT shows out of the shed and kind of take them on the road a little bit more, even if they were just the tour Florida, bro? Like if they did.
Wait, so you're saying?
I'm thinking like she's so used to that small, intimate NXT crowd. Because think about it, they only do not even all of their PLEs are outside of the NXT, whatever they call it. I like to call it the shed because that's what everybody else calls it. But they're in there in the performance center, and maybe half of their PLEs less go to somewhere else for an event. They went last year? They went to the ECW arena. They've been to St. Louis.
Yep.
I'm thinking you gotta put them in some form of arena, even if it's a 5,000 person arena, bro. Give them that arena feel and not just something because it's a couple hundred people in NXT that get to go watch it. And now she's over here in Italy in front of thousands, bro. It could be she's not ready for the crowd.
I don't want to minimize your point at all. I think what you're saying is so prevalent, and it is ignored oftentimes in combat sports to a certain degree, right? Unless you fought under those bright lights, you don't know. You don't know. You know what I mean? And it's like a thing you have to get used to. So everything you're saying is correct. However, I'll tell you this from my own experience, right? Playing in front of large crowds in Texas baseball, 5A, playoff rounds. There were thousands of people at our game playing at Hook Stadium where the Astros AA affiliates play. And so I had never performed in anything like that. But you know what kept me from being so nervous that I shut down or I'm unable to perform was the fact that, bro, Monday through Friday, I was in that cage, 100 fucking balls off the tee, as many rounds of BP as I could get our guys to throw me. Right. I'm in there, soft toss every day. So doing that shit and practice, it will never cure your ability or fix the ability not to freeze in front of the bright lights or get used to it. However, it can build a comfort in you that you can expand on. Right. And that's when your performances are at their best, when you're at your loosest, when you are doing things in front of a large crowd that you do well in front of nobody. Right.
Good fucking slam right there. Good suplex from Sol out of the corner.
Ooh.
Nice leg drop. Is she gonna keep up here? There she goes. She's in the mood now. That's what I'm saying, bro. It could be like because people like a Braun Breaker, a Tiffany Stratton, they were ready for the big time, bro. But then you get people such as Carmelo Hayes, Sol Ruka. When I put them in front of the people, they don't want to do it. 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 They For some reason, it just doesn't happen, and it's weird. And that's why I say like
Wrong.
they need more shows in front of bigger crowds. But so far, so good for Soruka. The crowd seems to be into it. Not many botches here. They've got a lot of good spots in. She's hitting a lot of power moves. Coming for a big dive. Oh, nope. Somersault over Becky, who slides back in, drops her again. Good move.
Oh, but they did it. Oh, nice.
Oh, no. Got an armbar.
Nice. That was nice. I thought we were getting another botch. That was beautifully done.
I think what could have been cool had they done like the Mighty Mouse and caught her midair. That would have been dope.
Oh, that would have been sick.
Remember that?
Question, yeah, hell yeah, that was sick. My major question is, what the heck is the intended payoff of whatever this Becky Lynch car thing is? Is it just the female version of Triple H and Earl Hebner, or is there a story here? I don't think there's going to be a story.
Good comparison.
That is a very good comparison.
Hebner. That could be fucking it right there.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, no. Listen, I think that there is a story building. I don't think it pays off for a match. I think maybe we get a moment where she's, does something or stands up for herself or something, but I don't think we're heading towards a match. Yeah. Not everybody is meant for the bright lights. Mex, you are absolutely.
Get you in a roll up here.
I would get nervous playing in front of people all the time, like in big games. But man, it was crazy. Like you get up to the box, and it's like so easy to block people out.
Hey, why didn't she just count from outside the ring, baby?
I know. That was weird.
Ooh.
Why?
That was like a fucking like a different drop of a scorpion death drop there from Becky. That looked cool. Now she's getting into it with Carr again. Right. Imagine like Jessica Carr right in the snatch, bro. Uppercut to Becky. Just to get that payoff. All right, back to the match. But it's a manhandle slam. Nope. Flips out of it. But so good kick. It does seem like, though, Becky's making sure to take their time with everything to ensure few botches in this to show, like, hey, this was the setup from Saturday night to this. Into the corner goes Soul. Is the table back up already? Or did I see that wrong?
I didn't see it up.
I looked at it at a quick glance, and I thought that fucking announce table was back up already. Is she going to sweep up to the ground?
Here's what I like about Soulruka, right? Like, you have, like, a lot of, like, blonde women that come into WWE, and I feel like at times the creative just, like...
Oh, what is going on here? I thought that was
Soulruka is like Lita, and then at the same time, nothing like Lita.
She's like Diet Lita.
Nah, champ. I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Diet Lita. If
you might,
she's right. Like Diet Lita if Lita wasn't banging everybody.
Here's the thing, though. I don't know that Lita's the better wrestler. I'm not saying she wasn't. I'm saying that we didn't really get to see her work with like a lot of other people. Like if she's not the better wrestler, it's mostly because Soulruka's wrestling in an era where women's wrestling is treated much more serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my years coaching, I've had kids who practice great on the game day, and I've had guys practice like shit, but on game day they flip the switch and are elite. Yeah, absolutely, that happens.
Yeah,
that happens. You know, in basketball, I've seen that happen a lot. There was this kid that sucked, dude. I would tear him up on the court when we were younger.
Oh, shit, that was almost bad.
To the fucking game and ball it up. Oh, a nice super kick.
Fucking did a handstand out of the DDT into the super kick.
That was crazy work right there. Crazy work. I'll show that replay.
Look, the table is back up. They just picked it up. Look.
Wow.
He just picked it up. Like a 300-pound black man did just fall through that shit a second ago.
That's hilarious.
Just pick it back up.
Ooh, I like the IC title. Looks nice right now.
Mm-hmm. Right of season.
I appreciate everybody tapped in, everybody that's come on in from Twitch and X and YouTube. If you could do me a favor and hit the like, hit the subscribe. Remember to go to Talking About Sports with Matt Garces. And He's cooking up a lot of different stuff. Oh, what the fuck was
Oh,
that?
shit. Yeah, she fucked that one up. She rolled off the ropes. You see her?
You look great. That looks well. What shoes? Okay.
And shot also, just like Madison, if you're over on X, be sure to repost the stream as we are live watching Clash in Italy.
Outside of the pants, I don't get the Lita comparison. I mean, she's a high flyer. She shows her midriff.
It looks like it smells.
You can see her underwear. She wears like emo clothes or like 90s rave clothes. The color scheme's very similar. It's like dark, but she has like a pop of color here and
Got
there.
that grunge look for being
That
a
grunge
surfer.
look. She's not the pick me that Lita was.
No.
Right? No, not at all. And
But that grunge punk look is what she
yes,
had.
exactly. Bro, you know, my favorite graduates are the emo kids. I went to 4 graduations this week, and I can tell you that seeing kids go full emo for their graduation, just bravo. Bravo. I'm not saying they're not gonna be embarrassed of it one day. I'm saying bravo.
It's just
Rally
a phase.
against the machine.
Just a phase, bro. They'll get over it.
Sure, absolutely. But guess what? It's
long as
always gonna be there.
I think nobody's parents cares as long as you're not a juggalo. You'll be fine.
I'll tell you what, out of all the different things that you could be in high school, goth is the one that was like the kids that were goth stayed goth, most of them, right?
Mhm.
Although
They're just the goths that appreciate bright colors now.
yes, absolutely. And also less dark music. Yo, I heard this goth listening to something in their rate.
That Soul Snatcher wasn't really there, but they got it.
Oh, the crowd went crazy for it though.
She got enough of it, but she might need a new finish, bro.
Bro, she might need a new finish.
Because
For
even
sure.
like the logic of hitting the Soul Snatcher is kind of crazy, but like, bro, you have to be money to make that shit look good.
Yeah, of course.
Now, Soruka, the new women's IC champion, a belt that's actually being used, unlike the women's United States championship. Hopefully, Becky just moves on, bro, and let's get her out of the mid card. I think she's done enough for that belt. And that
Yeah, I think so too.
Let's flood the mid card scene of the IC title, bro, and let's
Yeah,
make
she took hey Matt, she took the first quality soul snatcher on the main roster. She's done her job.
Well, no, Bailey took a good one.
No, I'm
Bailey
just
took a good
joking.
one.
I'm just joking.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, she got enough of it to not look like shit, but it still needs. I think you need a different finish. Somebody needs to sit down to like, hey, you might want to come up with like a secondary move. Do the fucking
Max, you did not know any juggalos that knew how to fight. Stop. I'm not saying juggalos don't win fights. I'm saying juggalos don't know how to fight. I mean, juggalos could beat your ass, with biting and pulling of hair and
yeah, but I'm talking about like, imagine.
yeah. No, I
Mario,
know
like
what you're
imagine
talking
you're
about.
getting up in the morning, right? And you're gonna take your son to school, and he looks like he's part of the fucking ICP, bro.
Bro, I would be like, damn, this is crazy work.
Damn,
What did I do that made him into a juggalo? Like I had to have done, or somebody did something that made him a juggalo.
Yeah, where did you got into the juggalos, bro? Shout out Vince Russo. But yeah, man. I feel like
I think she's a quality IC champion. But it is funny to me how they just like boosted her, and yet like guys like Javon Evans, who's just been on the screen, they're still like fluttering.
in the crowd. Why didn't she interfere in Rhea's match in a 2-on-1 situation? What the fuck?
Say it again.
Oh, look at Ethan Page, slick bastard. I said because they're showing the crowd, and they had Javon Evans in the crowd, EO's in the crowd. And I was like, if EO was in the crowd, why didn't you fucking help Rhea? Because they're such best friends. But then Ethan Page pushed his glasses up like this, bro. He did it like this. He went with the middle finger of his hand, and he went.
Nice. Nice.
I fucking love me some Ethan Page, bro. I fucking love me some Ethan Page. For UFC fighter, first time. I wouldn't say the IC title lost its value, Alex. I would say they just, they need to, all the random women they have floating around the mid card scene, they now need to get involved with Soul, so Becky and AJ don't have to be around the IC title anymore. Because Becky did enough to make it mean more than the United States title for the women, at least. Mario, wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, I would definitely say that.
Because I don't even know, I don't even know who the women's United States champion is right now. Who is the women's U.S. champion? Isn't it Tiffany? Right?
Tiffany, yeah.
Yeah. So, kind of, I don't know. Hey, bro, but they moved this pretty fast. What started at 1, about to be over by 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yep, for sure.
Worked out, bro. I was able to
wait. The tribal combat's next.
Mm-hmm. Bro, yeah, we ran through the card already, bro. Remember, 2 matches on the first hour for free.
Oh, that's right. That's
2
right.
more
And they
matches.
moved the Oba. Yeah. You're right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It wasn't a bad show. It
No.
really wasn't.
It's good. It's good.
If a
It was,
UFC
it was better than what they put on last fucking week. That's for sure.
1000%. If a UFC fighter lost his first fight to fight by KO and got a title shot anyway and won, the women's intercontinental title has lost the value AJ and Becky gave it.
Yep.
Oof,
Like I said, I don't agree. I feel like the value, there's a value still there. It's up to Soul now to continue to push it up and forward. It's all up to Soul Ruka to do that. Yeah, but yeah, you're right though, bro. It's been a good show. I just feel like, man, WWE needs to do like less main roster PLEs, bro.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think they need to do less of those and really like build up. You know what I mean? Because it's like every pay-per-view is either like more a Raw pay-per-view or more a SmackDown pay-per-view. And it's often been way more Raw lately.
That's one thing too. Maybe they can just do that. But if you're gonna just do 5-match shows, do a brand split again, like a legit brand split,
like a legit brand. Exactly,
like when
exactly.
It was,
like either do it or get
it was
rid of it.
And Stephanie, remember when they were running Raw and SmackDown? That was
I remember. Hell yeah, I remember that. Fuck yeah.
Like there's the talent there where you could do that, bro. Split them up between 2 shows and 2 pay-per-views.
Alex said, "Why have her be winless before winning the belt? She's pretty much a paper champion by logic." Yeah,
because she got.
I don't love it.
Remember, it was a DQ finish last week. She got fucked out of her chance, and they gave
her.
Yes,
true.
There's your
like that's the thing is when they go and push these guys, it's at a time where we already seen them take pins and get like Penta got the IC title after he got fucking like on a 10-fight losing streak. Like I get where he's coming from. I'm not saying that, being overly critical of Soul Ruka's title run is fair, but I am saying that WWE has not done a great job of building up to the title win for these youngsters or these new people on the main roster.
Goddamn young.
Damn youngsters and their soul snatchers.
Soul snatchers and their hip hop music.
Exactly.
All right, bro. Alex was up at 3 a.m. watching some young dong fight in a cage.
That was hilarious.
Oh, so I did.
Hilarious.
I said that. I got the same pop at work because we were at work when it came on. Because my friend was like, "There's a UFC card right now." I was like, they're probably in like China or something. And sure enough, he was like, "Oh, it's Sung Yadong." I was like, "Oh, you're gonna sit down and watch some young dong in a cage?"
That's a good.
He was like, "You gonna say it like that, bro?" I'm like, "That's his name, isn't it? Some young dong." That's what Sean O'Malley said.
Yo, you know what? It's a WWE show.
Ask away, bro. Just ask me. We got time here. We're on commercial.
I was going to ask you what you thought about the Sean Strickland controversy. Does the UFC, are they mad, do you think? Or they don't give a shit, you don't think?
They don't give 2 fucks, bro. Their boss slapped his wife on camera. You think they're going to fucking tell Sean Strickland anything?
Very true. But I wonder if they're like, damn, like when a guy wins a championship, especially a guy who has a fan base, we're able to like put a marketing machine by them, you know what I mean, behind them and build them into GSP or McGregor or any of that. And it's like, you can't do it with Sean when he has these kinds of controversies. Like Disney's not going to put him on. Nike's not going to put him on. And I'm not saying that's important, but what I am saying is that that's what the UFC depends on to build major stars. Sean Strickland doesn't have a lot of years left. Like he's either going to become that star or he's not. And
Fucking right
those
season
things,
commercial.
yeah, no shit.
But
And
bro,
seeing
you
those
gotta
things,
remember, bro,
you know,
this is why the UFC doesn't work with the mouse anymore. They're on Paramount and CBS. They don't fucking care. And Sean Strickland, like I told you, what wasn't it? Was it last week during the brand risk thing? Remember, he figured out what to say. Oh, it's just a gimmick, bro. I was trying to get heat. I was just promoting.
yeah, that's true. That is.
That's all he's got to say.
What did you think of the alleged? I'm not going to say it is, and I'm not going to say it isn't. I'm going to ask you what you think it was. What do you think of the alleged disrespect that fans have sent Teofimo into a hissy about? Dana White and walked by him
his hand. He don't fucking for me.
Dap him up. They didn't say hi. Tio said that is evident of the disrespect and the
shout out to Alex
that
bro,
they have for
comment.
I know that was a good one, right? That they have for fighters, specifically boxers. And then he said, parents, is this the kind of company you want your young fighters fighting for? Something to that effect. But you think that was overdone?
Mario, does Teofimo work for Dana White and Zuffa Boxing?
No, of course not.
And why do I think they care about Dana White not taking his hand?
Well, it's like this, right? Like
he
if
shook
you're
the hand of everybody that worked for him.
Sure, but if you're like Vince or you're like, you know, bother him, or you're like Golden Boy, it's like you want to keep that open relationship. You want to shake hands.
Really,
you want to be
if my guy just beat that guy. If I'm gonna fight, if I'm gonna sign Shakur Stevenson, I just signed the guy that beat that guy. Fuck that guy. I don't need him.
But you need fighters for your guys to fight, right? And Tio represents the perfect fighter for y'all. He's a guy that has a reputation, and you can beat him. And he's vulnerable more today than ever before. So all you got to do is buy him up for a couple fights and let your big guys beat him, get that name off of him. You know what I mean? And there you go. Bob's your uncle.
I didn't know that. We should have watched this in Italian, bro. But
that would have been sick.
I don't think Teofimo doesn't seem like a guy. He seems like a top ranked lifer, bro. Because as much as he complains about them and says things about them, he's still taking their business and their money and extending his contract. I don't think. And especially because I think Teofimo is probably going to be on the way out soon, bro. He's looking ready to be cashed out sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I think I think it's completely overplayed out. Teofimo is looking for some, oh, look at this and da-da-da-da. But guess what, bro? You said the same thing about Turk Al-Sheikh in Saudi and who did
that is true. Oh, shit. You're right. I didn't even think of that. You're good.
Fuck up, sit down, bro, and we'll call you when we need you. Don't come. I'll send for you, bro. Look at those giant stairs in the background. Holy shit!
Oh, whoa!
Look at that.
That's crazy. The whole arena could leave if they're all like that.
Yeah, it's like they all gotta do they all have to go down and go up that way? That's
yo. Shout out to them, bro. American stadium and arena designers don't put any research into the size of the place.
Oh yeah, because getting into any arena for a sports event is a pain in the ass, bro. A pain in the ass. Like I remember, I think the only thing, just like locally, like when we went to that house show in Lubbock, is super simple because that arena is like tiny and it goes into a basketball bowl where it's kind of the same thing. But every other arena I've been to, bro, it's a pain in the ass getting in and out of there. Like when we went to Mania, bro, oh my god. Getting in and out of Cowboy Stadium from the level that we were at was fucking torture. Plus the people everywhere. Well, yeah, I don't think Tio's just trying to get that attention, bro. Tio needs to get back in the ring. First, actually, no. Tio needs to find a new fucking trainer, then get back in the ring. Because like I said, Cena needs to get fired. Did that man no justice. Took him as far as he could go. And now they're starting the promo packages for Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu's tribal combat. Mario, what do you think of the thoughts that this match, like Jacob shouldn't have wanted a rematch for the belt? He should have just wanted the tribal combat. I want to be the chief instead.
I think that would have been a better story from the beginning, honestly. I think that while the title is obviously important and you don't want to undermine it, The bloodline exists almost as the NWO in a sense, where they have storylines that can take place within the confines of the main roster and yet be subjugated to its own sort of rules and themes and narrative and stuff like that. So like being the tribal chief, you can give yourself the title. You know what I mean? You could order Roman to give me the title. Like there's just so many different ways you could go with it if you have the balls to push the narrative. And that's what this is all about. It's like you didn't have the balls to have Jacob Fatu to just go ham and beat the shit out of Roman. You haven't had the balls yet to have Jay or Jimmy turn their back. And that's, I'm sorry, we're heading towards we're heading towards Finn Balor and Dom Mysterio type of like waiting way too long, you know, because it's like Jay is not that guy. We know that. He won his championship. The reign didn't really help, and people got tired of him. So if you want to finish off the character or cash him out, the logic is the same. You have him turn, him and Roman have their match, and it goes down however it goes down. But ultimately, what we've been forced to subject ourselves to is like 14 weeks. It was like 10 of those 14 weeks have been bloodline Roman Reigns talking segments to end Raw. And it's like, you can only do it so much before, like, I don't care how good the other guy is. I don't care who the B-side is. It's not hitting the same. And so how do we make it interesting? Oh, I know. We'll have another serious push for the bloodline. And it's like Solo tried, failed. So then maybe you have Jacob actually get away with it. And maybe for the first time in a really long time, you put Roman Reigns in a vulnerable situation where he has nobody. You know what I mean? And everyone's against him. There's never been that situation. The bloodline civil war established parameters between the family, but all it really did was show us who are the guys that will be in the main roster storylines, right? The top storylines, and who are the guys that are going to be mid to low card guys. We had that separation. And guess what? The mid to low card guys, half of them got cut. You know what I mean? So it's like a situation where I think you can utilize Roman's appeal and the bloodline narrative without the title. It's like the people arguing that Omega should have the belt by All In London because that's a bigger match with Will.
Bullshit.
Despite the fact that MJF is maybe like he doesn't need the title, MJF, to be interesting, right? But Omega and Will would need the title to maximize its interest.
Yeah, to maximize the stakes of their match. Yeah, I get that. I think it probably would have worked too had Fatu after Backlash come up to Roman and was like, I was never pointing at this, meaning the belt, right? I was pointing at this, pointing at the Ulafala.
Ooh, that would have been sick.
When I said I want what you have, I meant this.
I meant the control. I meant the power. I meant the place in the family. Yo, and he could have been like, you know, I went to jail and Auntie blah 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 said I was nothing but a thug, and Uncle so and so kicked me off his couch.
They were selling that black sheep. They were selling that
exactly the black
whole way in Backlash, and which would have made more sense. Like I just wanted this. That's
and then you could turn this into like a family feud of haves and have-nots, right? And it's like Jacob getting at Roman, like, bro, you didn't grow up like I grew up. You didn't have it like I did. I deserve this. And then Roman, like, what are you talking about? I earned it by not being a fuck up like you. I never went to jail. I never did that dumb shit. So what, you deserve it because you fucked up so much longer than me? Oh, that would be amazing. Like if you come from like a family of dysfunction and you have that kind, oh man, you know how dirty that shit get. Listen to me.
You not have to punk out that dude with the IC title in the crowd.
I know, dude.
You see how scared he got? He's like,
he got scared, bro. Hey, did you see El Grande OG failed to take away the mask from that kid?
Yeah.
Ooh, that was bad. Look, it was great heat. It was great heat. It played for the match.
Did Gable Hardway himself with the metal plate, bro?
What you mean?
Did Gable Hardway himself with the metal plate? Is that why he was bleeding when he took his mask off?
I think he did, but yo, that was so good, dude. It literally looked like his mask was bleeding. Like they had cracked his head and the blood was coming from the mask. That's the way it looked. It was incredible optics.
The image at the end when he took it off and was like, bro, like
amazing.
That was the icing on the cake of, man, these two just went to fucking war. and they just had this phenomenal cameo-filled match. And man, that shit was good. Bro. But yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, I saw that because then the fan like snatches it back and he's like, "Yeah, motherfucker," or whatever he said in Spanish. Fatu. See, and it doesn't sell the same because like a lot of the older guys have passed on, and nobody really wants to see like Rakishi or The Rock as an elder or whoever they else could they could go grab as an elder to dictate tribal combat needed. Because even if you think about it, bro, tribal combat should never even be for the belt. It should just be for the status in that family. Is it? Because if they're gonna do their own little Cody verse, or they're gonna do what the elite does, and I'm only gonna wrestle my family and friends, and let's get the belt out of the way.
That's true. I very much think that.
And speaking of the elite, bro, it's another thing I wanted to talk about, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I saw the trends on TikTok of there's a large percentage of fans that are specifically fans of a group I just mentioned that don't want the PWG library put on AEW's library, because if you watch PWG, Pro Wrestling
A lot
Guerrilla,
of fucked up stuff.
a lot of things were said by a lot of
Absolutely
people.
right. You're right. You're right. It's so funny too that they used to call them all Christian AF. And I remember I would think to myself, why do y'all have that narrative? I've seen the Young Bucks super kick a woman in the face with a
and call her the F word.
And then call her the F word and the C word. And then yeah, oh, by the way, in the super kick, the boots had thumbtacks on them.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if this is Christian AF, but
I got mad.
Damn, Roman looks jacked. My bad.
I got mad because like people are like, no, don't do that. You're gonna. They're worried about their favorites being taken off TV, which leads to the credence of, well, isn't this the same reason why they said Jay Briscoe couldn't be on fucking TV because of what he said, and they're saying it into a fucking microphone in California?
Yep.
Whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. And it's like, you see, by the way, it's like such a bad look, dude, when it's such a bad look when you have guys like Joey Ryan. I'm not advocating for Joey Ryan to be booked or anything like that. I'm just saying it's a bad look to hold guys like Joey Ryan accountable when basically the promotions that help make him a star were pushing these narratives. You know what I mean? Like every week that guy had somebody putting their hand on his crotch. Every week. That was a move he had. A submission move was them holding his junk.
Holy shit. If Fatu loses, we riot. Holy shit.
Oh, that would be sick. I mean, not sick.
Crowd might take over this match, bro. We shall see. It's been a good crowd, though. They're real into it.
Oh, yeah. It's been a really good crowd. What the fuck? Oh, I was like,
is Roman wearing a sleeve or does he have another tattoo? In his forearm. Is he wearing like an elbow sleeve?
I didn't see an elbow sleeve.
Left arm. Look at left arm of Roman.
The non-tribal arm.
Yeah, the non-tribal tattoo arm. Look at his elbow.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Is it a tattoo or is it a sleeve? I can't tell because my ring light's in the way.
That would be crazy if he got a fresh tattoo right before the match. Yo, that looks like a compression. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it's a compression sleeve that he's trying to make it look like his
copper sleeve
thing. Yeah. The copper, yeah, for real. I think that's exactly
bro. I wear those to work. I'm gonna buy a pair of socks.
Oh yeah, no.
Old dudes
that
are like,
brand is sick.
You want to talk about getting talked to like a young buck? This motherfucking old man the other day was like, "Look here, boy, you need to buy some of these copper fit socks." Let me tell you.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, hey,
I only fuck with compression, bro. If I'm going golfing, bro, I don't wear nothing but
compression. Golfing,
if I'm work out, I don't wear nothing but compression.
How many holes are you playing? Are you playing the full? Or are you just doing the 8 quick, bro? What are you doing on your holes?
If it's a weekend, 18. But anytime during the week, we just usually play the 9.
Yeah, quick 9.
Yeah. We walked the 18.
Ew.
It rained on Wednesday. And it was too muddy because we had an early tea time. So I had to walk the fucking 18. It was easily the worst experience. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was so hot after the rain. There were so many mosquitoes. Like I
Y'all
was just like
play,
tired of being
what
out
is the
there.
word? I know the phrase of it where like it's pretty much like essentially a quick golf game where you just pretty much you're not finding your ball, you're dropping and going.
Best ball, yeah. Playing
Yes.
best ball and like match. Yeah. So we did that that day, or not that day, the day before, where it was cart path only. So like you can drive on the cart path, but you
Yeah.
can't drive on the grass. So like if you shank it left and the cart path's on the right, you're
Yeah.
having to park and walk your ass all the way, right?
You're just doing
So on that day we played best ball. Yeah.
Okay.
Wrestling journalism in the mud again. So much for that reported backup plan, clowns.
I don't think I can play a full, even like a 9-round game of golf, bro. Like I could go to a range and hit a bucket of balls every now and again, or go to a fucking like a 4 golf or a top golf. But I don't know if I could ever go out to a range and enjoy 9 holes of golf
because of the walking.
I don't know. I don't think.
You don't have to walk. You could
I don't
just ride
think.
the
I don't even
car.
think it's because of the walking, bro. I just think I would get bored out there. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. There is nothing more satisfying I've ever done in sports than hitting a clean golf ball. It is the feeling that you get when you absolutely buzz a fastball in the sweet spot of the bat times like 100.
Yeah.
Because that moment's so fleeting, whereas the entire experience of golf is you chasing that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And having the ability to do what you want the ball to do.
So is it not
gives you a feeling of accomplishment that is like instant in a way you don't get that from anything else, I think.
So this is not a world title match.
Did they just say that?
I don't have the audio on.
They didn't announce it, right?
He didn't hold up the belt. He held up the Ulafala. He didn't hold up the belt. That's why I was asking. I have my audio off right now.
Weird. Attacks undermine the reputation of the face.
I don't know. We'll find out. Let's hope these two. It looks like the theme of the night is lay it in. So let's see if these two capitalize on that too. Because the majority of the Jade and Rhea was super physical. Cody and Gunther super physical. Brock, Oba super physical. Becky and Soul had a somewhat physical match, but man, they've been laying that shit in tonight and love it. Love a good physical altercation. Don't get me wrong, I'll enjoy a good mat classic every now and again, but nothing better than just watching two people beat the absolute hell out of each other.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Roman does look fucking jacked, bro. He looks fit. He looks good. His traps look good. Very vascular in his chest. Crowd's eating it up. With that fucking, but for sure they're gonna clip that moment of the hard cam shaking when Brock and Oba were out there.
Oh, 100%. 100%. All right, let's see.
Does Batu have extensions in his hair?
I think he does, yeah. Okay, I need to find out if this is for the heavyweight title.
That's what I'm saying, because they never held up the belt, and the belt's not on the podium.
Do the intros the way that they would do for a title match.
I'm saying, look, and the belt's not on the podium, bro.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't remember them specifically now saying it was, but they treated it as such.
I feel like on Raw, that's what Pierce said.
I thought so too. Or I thought from the very beginning they made it a title match, or they wanted it to be a title match, but then they made it a tribal rules match. But does that disqualify it from being a title? No, because they've had the title on the line, right?
Last tribal combat, it
was Solo, right, with the title
belt.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then the one before that was Uso. It was for
so then I'll tell you this, that changes everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
and I think Jacob could win. I don't know if here's the thing. I don't know if Italy's the place to do this.
I don't think he could if it's for both.
No way. No way.
You can't make him the tribal chief and the world champion. If you just made him the world champion, that's fine. But
here's the thing. You could, but it would be kind of stupid. Like you slow play everything and you're going to basically give him two big things at once. Like that's like having Lesnar take Undertaker's streak and the undisputed title at the same time. Like unnecessary is what I mean.
But if he does win, then that just proves the rumor that Roman was going to take time off in June anyway.
True.
Because remember, they put out like after that word got out, they put out like a faux schedule for Roman in June, and they kind of went away. And like, here comes Jacob Fatu. Oh, what a splash! That's a big boy throwing all that weight around there like that, bro. Even if it's just the middle rope.
So the website WWE.com has it that it is a heavyweight title match.
The world title match. Okay. Now they're in the crowd. Do we get see, look, okay. Do we get any run-ins for the side of Jacob Fatu? That's the question.
That's what I was gonna say earlier. Like, if you're gonna, here's the thing: if you're gonna have Jacob win,
or does one of the Usos turn?
That's what I think. I think you have one of the Usos turn, and you could either do it slow, where Jay does it, or Jimmy if you want to shock everybody, and have the other.
Look at them stairs, bro. That's a great way to get to some floor fucking seats. Giant set of steps straight down from the main entranceway. I gotta go through the crowd and then go through the hallway, make my way down. Nah, straight down. Look, and then there's this asshole not even paying attention in the crowd. That's crazy. Why wouldn't you look in front of you?
I know.
Like at some point, bro, like, and like it may just be me getting older, but at some point you gotta just put the phone down and live in the moment, bro.
Oh no, I absolutely agree.
Yeah. Record it maybe like a second or two, but like
that guy who's a professional gambler and influencer, he has all those tattoos. I forget his name. Yeah, he said that the other day too. Yeah. He was like, bro, I still don't get why people go to concerts and record. Like, you're never gonna watch that 30-minute video. Everybody else has the same video.
Why did you record the whole set? Like,
you're missing exactly. You're missing the set, and you're just recording for nothing. No one. It's crazy.
Yeah, I get that too. Yeah,
like I could see like recording parts or whatever, but
yeah, bro. I think that's why I like a lot of comedy shows now where they make you put your phone in a little bag.
Oh yeah.
I like those because you're forced to live in the moment. Get off your phone and enjoy what you paid for. Because like that's essentially what you're doing, bro. I paid a bunch of money to, put some stuff on my phone instead of actually being in the moment of what's going on. As they're going through the crowd here. Shit, bro. But as they get going on, bro, there's moments and screenshots where these two look fucking old.
Oh yeah, for real. Yo, Jacob is sweating already.
Oh, bro, they got a good sweat going. Although I do think it's because like Roman does the water and oil in his hair.
Oh, that's true.
Which is crazy to do. Like, look at that. Like,
oh, there's the title on the podium.
Yeah, look, they just stuck it to the back. Back into the ring area now. What are you doing, ref? There's no rules, baby. Tribal combat. Just be there and count the pin. See what you can't have Jacob dominate like this and lose at the same time, bro. It would be the complete opposite of what you just did with Brock. Put in some good work though. It's Fatu and Roman.
Very much so.
But he's slowing
Roman's just really mastered that pace. You know what I mean? For that PLE pace that you want to see from a big match.
I think that's just his matches in general, bro. He has a certain pace he likes to work at, and he's gonna work at that pace no matter what style of match they're having. We're gonna work at this pace. I'm gonna have a
No,
lot
I
of
agree.
emotion. I'm gonna have a lot of emotion on my face. There's gonna be a lot of selling. We're gonna take moments to talk to the crowd, or farm a little bit, let it sit. See, look like right here, you just slam Fatu into the post. I'm gonna take a moment to get the crowd up, walk around a bit, move some stuff around, let that last move sit in, set up for the next one, bro. Classic psychology.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. I think that the only problem for me, it's not even that it's redundant. It's that he does it with everyone, and it's like,
He broke the table. He stepped on it.
no, he didn't.
Yeah, look, did it
Did
break? Oh no, it didn't break. It looked like it
I
broke.
was about to say that would have been crazy work. Oh shit, Roman almost fell.
And yep, the Slim
Damn.
Jim tables are back, Mario.
Yeah, no, I knew that. I knew
They
that.
were gone for a little bit, but the Slim Jim tables are back.
Bro, have you been to a convenience store lately and seen the Slim Jim display with a
Displays.
Macho
Yeah.
Man wearing an his
uh,
American flag gear?
The one that's
A little statue.
at the store right now. There's the Bianca Belair type of thing doing the same thing.
Oh no shit. Well, they have at my convenience stores near me. They have these Macho Man statues, and they're in the front, and they got Slim Jims, and they put them in. And I asked my friend that works at the store if I could have it. He said it was cool, but the only problem is that people snag them. So I'm thinking about snagging it.
Hey, bro, fuck it, take them. I
What do you
would.
think? You think I'd get in trouble?
No, because it's just
It's
advertisement.
not like I'm
bro.
stealing something they're selling, right?
Yeah, it's not like they're
I'm
selling.
taking what would be trash in a few months or
It's not like they're
weeks.
selling the statue itself. Like you can go
Exactly.
to Walmart. You can go to Walmart and ask like, "Hey, when is this advertisement?" I think I got a Stone Cold poster like that whenever he was
Yeah,
one of the
my dad worked
WWE.
for Stripes, and so we would get shit all the time. Like the Canelo thing I have. That you see this thing right here, the Snoop Dogg?
Yeah.
Okay, so that right there, the bobblehead, dude, one of the vendors gave it to my dad. You know what I mean? Those were in stores. Yeah, yeah. He gave him like 5 of them.
That's pretty cool.
And have you ever seen that big messy bobblehead in the
Ooh.
store? It's a big bobblehead,
Yeah.
tall, and it's messy.
Mhm.
So they have that one. He has that one in the living room.
Bro.
The old Canelo Ultra.
Yeah, because I
thing.
remember when I worked at the Walmart store, I would ask that too. Because like some of their promotional stuff was like wrestling or like football, and I'm like, hey, I take this when we're done. They're like, yeah, just take it. Because like you said, they're just gonna throw it away anyway. It's not like they're gonna hold on to it or put it in a closet somewhere and bring it back out.
Yo,
It's promotional stuff sent from the promotional company.
Exactly. So it's either getting thrown away or the workers are taking it home.
Yeah,
That's the only, like I took, like you can't see it, but the Tank Martin and then the Canelo Munguia, I put David Benavidez' face over it. Those are actually from bars around town that had the banners made up, and I would just drive around and take it after that.
I stole a Triple G Canelo poster from my
Smart.
brother. Fucking rip.
I went to dude, that's crazy. I went to do the same thing. There was a banner for Triple G Canelo 2. It was at a strip club, and that Sunday after the fight, I tried to take it down and just fucking ripped.
Oh yeah, so I did the same thing. There was this bar, like Fast Eddie's or something.
Ooh, back of his head.
I tried to snatch it while we walked out the door because they weren't really paying attention, and fucking half of the corner didn't come off with me. Fuck. But I got most of the poster. I mean, you can still see Canelo Triple G 2. The promoter of the company is gone. You got like half of a Golden Boy logo, but you get it. Just draw the rest of it in. Roman throwing Fatu back into the ring now. This is the first time they've been back in the ring this whole match.
I know. I was about to say that.
All right, now we're getting some speed pick up here. Roman comes off the ropes into a big clothesline as he's amping up. Starting to Hulk up here is Roman Reigns. He's got Fatu in the corner. Lariat in the corner as they're counting for Roman Reigns, acknowledging their tribal chief.
Ooh, nice big boot. Damn, dude. He's got this crowd in the palm of her hands. What the fuck is that, a Pringles poster?
Yeah, they're eating it up, bro. Look,
Damn, he's getting.
big boot. Now just drop the legs,
Yeah,
man.
bro, that's
Imagine,
crazy.
imagine
so
if he did.
That's crazy.
If
Yo,
he
they
fuck-
should send Roman to AAA just for one night.
Nah, bro. You got a better chance of Brock Lesnar going to NXT.
I don't even mean like doing a match. I mean just more. Oh yeah, that's true. Just like going and like doing something. I don't know.
Oh, misses the Superman
Oh,
punch. Now Fatu's on the offensive. They're having a pretty good match though.
Fatu's swanton. It looks like it hurts so bad.
Oh,
I can't imagine selling that. He's just so big and fucking muscular. Oof, those headbutts.
the ass in the corner. Ooh. Hey, so if like logic, right? You're not supposed to headbutt a Samoan, but if Samoans headbutt each other, does it work?
I think that's how angels are born. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Oh, there's the hips in the corner. You know what though, bro? As physical as this,
Oh wow.
I think Tony Storm still does that the best, bro. The fucking hip blast into the corner while they're
Oh
sitting there.
yeah.
Cause she can fucking pick up some speed, bro.
Bad.
And false finish. Yep, there it is. Kicks out at 2. Does spot 2.
That was awesome. A pop up. He went for the pop up Samoan drop and got caught with the Superman punch.
Yeah, like he throws him up and Roman just
What? Roman just did the Undertaker rise.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yo, that's a no
bro.
sell. We're at the no sell motel holiday Inn. We're at the no.
Well, no, that wouldn't be a no sell, bro. He was the one that hit the move.
Oh, that's true. My bad. You're right.
So now we're setting up for a spear here, probably.
Damn, he went for the illegal move, dude.
Yeah. Ooh.
Grandma Fatu's mad.
Yeah. The Tonkin death grip. He's got a motherfucking Giles. He's trying to get the fucking chocolate out of the dog's mouth, but it won't let him.
He's trying to choke the veneers out his mouth.
That's what it looks like, bro. Like when your dog gets into something, you're trying to grab something out of his fucking mouth. Like, no,
oh, I know. Dude, Canella only bit me one time in my, well, we would play bite all the time, but she only bit me one time that drew blood. And she was choking on a bone. It was like stuck in her teeth and it was like making her gag. So I had to reach in there and grab it. And I think it hurt her and she just snapped on accident, but that should hurt. Ooh, another Superman punch as Jacob Fatu tried a tope suicida to the outside.
Yeah. Very nice.
That's like Jacob's style, right? Like he's not a power wrestler. He's not an aerial wrestler. He's like a guy who's just willing to full momentum into you. You know what I mean?
You know, it would be a really good fucking match if they were able to do it, bro. Fatu and Samoa Joe. It'd be a great fucking match if they were able to get that going. Because their two styles are similar, and I feel like they would mesh really good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so now we're at the point, Mario. Do we get the run-ins here? Do we get the shenanigans here? They've been going a while. They've hit each other with their best moves. You know, the Superman punch, spears, Tongan death grips. Do the shenanigans start right here?
No, I don't think so. Here's the thing. If Jay or Jimmy is going to be the difference maker in this match, if we're going to get a turn, I think they save it for the very, very end.
Ooh, you know
if
what?
it is a situation where nothing really changes, then yeah, we could start seeing some shenanigans. But it's like, okay,
right? What if we're overthinking it? And what if Tamatonga comes out and helps Jacob? Because remember, the Tongans had a little bit more respect for Fatu than what they had for Solo. What if when he comes out and helps Fatu instead of the Usos?
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't think Fatu's been enough in the storyline like to play that big a role. But it is a way. Here's the thing. It sucks because you kind of tied your fist. Either you're going somewhere with Jay and Jimmy or you're not. And if you're not, you haven't provided any other alternatives for this match to be interfered with. You know, yes, Solo was initially in it, but like as far as I'm concerned, he tried to re-recruit Jacob and it failed miserably. So he's not going to join Roman. So like to me, it just doesn't seem like a situation where makes much sense. I'm sorry. To me, oh my god, he squashed his hand with the
Jesus.
fucking damn, dude. To me, it
Bro,
makes way more sense for Jay or Jimmy to be
is
the
that a
decide.
fucking toolbox though? What is that? Because if it's a toolbox, I hate it. I hate when toolboxes aren't
It
red.
was a toolbox. Yes.
Toolboxes need to either be just red or black, bro. Keep it simple. I don't need a fucking fancy DeWalt toolbox.
Yeah, that's what it looked like too. That shit was
Now we're working the arm. Fatu with the same hand that he uses for the Tongan death grip. I think that's the one he has taped up, right? His fingers on the hand he's holding.
I think you're right.
Like now it's turning a bit. Roman back in charge here. Got Fatu really selling. Table being set up in the corner here by Roman Reigns. Who's going through it, Mario? Who do you think? Call it right now.
I think Jacob. Probably a spear through it. I'll be honest though, I'd love if Jacob's getting over, I'd love to see him spear Roman through the table.
Right. At least flash him.
I thought there was like literally like less than 10% of a chance that he would win. But I think I'm at like 20 now.
I didn't think that they would put the belt on Jacob. I would want.
Nor did I. When you were bringing up whether it was a heavyweight title match or not.
Shit. That splash is crazy.
Oh,
the way he splashed him in the corner looked rough. You see that shit? But the camera work was what sold it because it made it look like Jacob just fucking popped up out of nowhere.
Are you watching Roman slowly crawl to the steel steps?
Mm-hmm. Which, why are we on the outside of the ring again? I don't understand.
Yeah. See, these are the moments where it's like you're clearly setting up for a spot.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh my God. Those two guys got fucking ran over. Look at this guy screaming in pain. This is good. One of them's knocked out. The other one is like trapped under a car.
That's crazy.
Dude, that was a great spot. I'll be honest. I hate the Slim Jim table, but if it said snap into it, I would love it.
Snap into a Slim Jim table?
Yeah. Dude, I didn't even think he was going to kick out right there.
I was about to say, yeah, that was a little close. Crowd's still very into this match, though. Hey, bro, and that was one thing about Double or Nothing I forgot to bring up. That crowd was into the whole show for as long as
Really, they were.
That was what, for, if you sat there total, that was like a fucking 6-hour show. Oh my God, that fucking angle looks worse. That poor security guy never saw that shit coming.
At all.
Like, I really hope those are just fucking indie wrestlers or school wrestlers, because my God.
Yeah, I know.
They're gonna
They're
run
just like regular security guards. They're like, I didn't sign up for this.
A fucking AEW situation after Moxley broke that fucking dude's Achilles, remember?
Oh, I know.
Fucking shoved him.
What is Roman screaming at him?
Talking to him. He's like, I'm doing this for you. This is for the family. I did this. I was the one to do this, that had to do this. Yep. Now we're exposing turnbuckles. You know what they should change? the tribal combats too, bro. They should just become cinematic matches.
Ooh, that would be cool. I think I could
Mm.
rock with that.
Set them up in like their own area, bro, and just air it as a special. Yep. Now we got 3 turnbuckles exposed. One of the turnbuckles has a table. I don't know what the crowd is chanting. Oh, we got the death grip again. He's got him in the grip. Oh no, but he can't hold it because of the hand. Boom! Superman punch. Oh, but Fatu fucking hulking up now.
Damn, dude.
That's how I'll be walking around at work, bro.
Yeah, no shit. That's how I be having to get myself up when I'm covering Raw. Oh my god!
Good lord, what a spear!
Into the spear.
Oh, what a spear! Show me a replay on that one. Holy shit, that looked good. Here we go. Ooh, and he fucking front flipped into it. That's great. Shit, they've been going 30 minutes, bro.
That's crazy. I would not have thought that they were gonna.
They're putting in a shift right now.
Hell yeah!
Oh, here we go. Off the top, looking for the
beautiful.
move out the way. Jesus,
Yo, that was a picture perfect pop-up moonsault.
bro. But that was not a picture perfect landing. Holy shit!
No.
Belly flop onto the
You
canvas.
missed the shit out of that one. That looked like a belly flop in pool. Caught him with it. Got it.
Drop.
Oh, and he trips and falls.
Oh,
Pop up. Oh, and he hit it.
He's gonna step
Get
on
the
my
cover.
dick like
You better
that,
get
bro.
the cover. Oh, that took way too long. 1, 2. Did he even get the shoulder up?
Bro, he stepped right on.
Yo, he's almost done skis. Roman is almost.
That hurt
done.
that fucking hurt my groin watching Jacob just step on him like that. Holy shit. He tripped and fell too. But that was as close. A good spot. We're obviously going to keep going because they set up a bunch of other things for people to go through. Yeah, don't show him tripping over Roman. Just show the catch. Oh, he low blowed him. Smart. That is a smart way to kick out of a pin, though, bro.
No, very much so.
If your arm's right there,
you got to sell it, dude.
Right.
This is the thing that I'm not loving about Javon Evans, right? Like they're not teaching him, or they're not instilling in him the idea of selling, right? Like he'll sell something that looks like he really is hurt, and then he just pops up and does all his moves. You know what I mean? It's like RVD and Jerry Lynn.
That's why I like to say with psychology. You gotta let that eat, bro.
Psychology, you gotta let it eat. Hell yeah, bro. You gotta let it eat. Now they're shaking right hands.
But there's no booze in this yay boo. That's what's crazy. They're saying
That's crazy. You're right.
Tongan death grip again. Even though his hand was just hurting a second ago and he couldn't do it. Oh, into the exposed steel. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Absolutely demolishing Fatu here. Fatu stumbles over to the table.
There it is. Spear through the table. Just like I called. Damn, that thing fucking disintegrated, bro.
Yeah, it exploded. Really.
That shit exploded. Wow.
I don't know what kind of cheap ass wood they're using, but
no shit. That was some cheap ass shit for real. It just fucking demolished.
Like it didn't make any sense though for him to stumble clear across the ring to the table though. I don't get that. Oh, Roman's coming off the ropes. Spear. Count it. 1, 2, 7.
Damn.
Over.
Did it. It was a good match.
Yeah, that was a good physical match. It didn't. It went well without the interferences and the people coming, more bloodline members. They kind of just went in there and had a physical fight.
Yeah, I don't understand, or not that I don't understand. I'm not sure what this did for Jacob Fatu, and I'm not sure this did anything for Roman that establishes anything different. There's another conquest for the Bloodline saga,
Mhm.
you know? And
I
it's like
mean,
cool, great, but it's like you've just every time somebody challenges you for the reigns, no pun intended, you know, you beat them. Cool. I don't know whose story we're telling now. You know what I mean? Like Jacob was on this like really great story where he's like, bro, we're from the same family, but we live two different lives. I came up through the mud, champ.
but now Jacob has
Just
to
Mech said it's a flat ass ending. I think
now
he's
Jacob has to
right.
fucking acknowledge Roman. Yeah, it kind of
Ooh,
did.
yeah, there you go. Okay, well now let's see that. Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, it kind of did end just abruptly and sudden with
Yeah,
no
a little bit, right? It was similar to the way that Punk and Roman ended, except for that was a story that made sense for those two guys, specifically where CM Punk is in his career as an athlete and as a wrestler.
I wouldn't even say
But
that.
this
Bro,
doesn't even work.
Punk and Roman this year had an all timer, bro.
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. No. I'm saying it worked for the story they were telling. It was terrific, right? It was really good. But it almost felt like this is kind of like the similar situation with both. Okay, here we go. Jay and Jimmy in the ring.
Yeet. Yeah. Now he must acknowledge Roman.
Oh, and now Jay just places the Ula Fala on Roman's neck. Now Jimmy daps up Roman as Roman stares, laughing.
Oh, night. Make Jacob acknowledge him right fucking now. Look, now they got Jacob looking like a scared bitch. See, I don't like this now. Now they got Jacob looking like a fool, bro.
Bad. So now Jacob also has to become Roman's bitch. That's the storyline, but why aren't we seeing it?
That was the stipulation.
Are we gonna have to wait till Monday? Because that's kind of whack.
No,
We are.
said that tomorrow that he has to fulfill his obligation tomorrow night.
That's so lame. It's like
you should have had Fatu roll out the ring and leave, motherfucker. Go
and like, what does this mean? Like, Jacob Fatu is now going to be like in Roman's faction? Because why would you trust Jacob Fatu to be helping you in matches?
Got to get in line now, bro.
I mean, Solo wore it and Jacob turned on him. So why would this be? Oh shit, Solo's there too. Yo, I would love for him to just show a ticket and they're like, they didn't invite me. Oh shit, he said this mother.
I hope that's not.
Oh, he said that motherfucker. I got something for him too. He pointed at Solo. And now they're gonna beef with the MFTs again. No, Mex. They're gonna beef with 50% of the MFTs.
Why?
Yo, and Jacob's gonna cry, bro. He's gonna cry in the car.
Why?
Yo, that kid was like, okay, don't clap my hand. That's cool.
They should have did this at the end of Backlash. Not after he already lost to fucking Roman twice.
Exactly, dude. And the match was good.
Like now he's looking at Solo's looking at him like, now I can help you.
Yeah, he's saying, get your bitch ass over here. You're with us. Yo, remember he said, I'm gonna treat you like a dog. Remember he said that? Roman did?
They're clapping at him and shit now. See, they're gonna ruin Fatu though, bro. That's not. I don't like that.
Yeah, I didn't love it either. They're saying they're gonna be right back. Like, okay, what are we gonna get after that? Wow, now they got them clapping at Jacob, calling him boy and shit. Yeah, bro, that's gonna be some crazy work,
bro.
Be some crazy work. But like, where do you go though? Like, where does it? It's like, I don't know. All I'm saying, all in all, I'm still glad we didn't see stupid ass Zilla bring that trash across from my TV.
I would rather fucking seen Zilla.
Honestly, it would have been a better ending. Yeah, I mean, man. I'm not saying that they needed it. I would have rather seen Jacob. Here's the thing. Like, fucking have Jacob just like crash out and super kick him. And then we get to Raw and Pierce like, hey, either you're fired or you're going to go out there and acknowledge him. It just feels like what are we doing now? Like, what are we doing now?
They're doing the bloodline story reverse.
3.0 in reverse. Exactly. And here's the other part about it. Jacob Fatu was started to gain traction as a real threat. I feel like they were really starting to believe in him. Like, do casual fans quickly forget this? Like, are they going to be able to a year from now, 2 years from now, just like see Jacob as the same thing we saw him as, over the last several months and a year?
Like that. Bro,
He said, nah, anything is better than Zilla. Solo is like, first time?
First time? Yeah, looking like a little bitch.
He's like, I remember my second beer.
Get ready to come to the lower mid card of the company.
For real. Listen, I appreciate everybody that tapped in. We're gonna get ready to rock out. We'll be back tomorrow covering wrestling, boxing, MMA, talking about all the things that we missed. Oh, we got Alex real quick. Alex, can you hear it?
Yeah, I hear you guys.
Okay, what's going on? What'd you think, champ?
Man, guys, I gotta say, man, the bloodline are freaking cool, man. They are just cool, man. I just love that shit, man. That I know you guys don't like that Jacob has been it feels like his character is about to be devalued, but man, it's just cool to see the swagger of Roman beating him by himself, and then the whole family Solo coming to the crowd and looking at Jacob like that one meme, where they're about to get hung and the guy's looking at him like first time, and because Solo knows what's up, and it's all leading up to the eventual match between Roman and the final boss. We all got to remember what this will eventually lead to. It's probably not going to happen in 2027. It will probably happen in either 2028 or 2029. So we got to remember what's the finish line to this whole storyline. And it's just to see the cream of the top, and knowing that he's going to be on Raw tomorrow, and obviously, we know who's going to interrupt tomorrow. It's going to be LA Knight. So we're going to see what happens there. So I just think simply the bloodline are cool, and they're caring. And this was a great pay-per-view. It was a great pay-per-view to me.
The Cade mask is great. Yeah, no, listen, I think the pay-per-view was awesome. It was really good. I actually enjoyed Rhea Jade more than I thought I would. The Oba Brock stuff, it wasn't the finish I wanted, but it was an incredible match, right? Cody Gunther wasn't great, but I think the ending at least continues a very interesting story that they've been telling. So all in all, it was a solid PLE. This is your main storyline. And I don't know what it is anymore, because I agree with you. It seems like Bloodline 3.0, but it's like, dude, how many times can we tell this story before everybody's like, okay, Roman, you're just that guy?
How many times are we also going to keep saying the big payoff is the match between Roman and The Rock? It's not going to fucking happen, bro. It's not. It would have happened already.
So I guess there's 2 votes for yes, it's going to happen, and 2 votes for no, it's not going to happen. So fine, I'm down.
I think it does happen. 50, I don't think it happens. Here's the thing. I think it does happen. I don't think it happens when it makes the most sense anymore.
We don't.
I think that's what's.
We don't want it. I don't.
No, you don't want it. You Cody crybaby. That's because you're a Cody.
I'm not even in favor of the Cody Rhodes thing, bro. I'm just done with The Rock, bro. You're gonna cock tease me for 10 fucking years that this match is gonna happen. Then you're gonna get all pissy mad when the people who proved at WrestleMania 40 didn't want that fucking match. They wanted Cody Rhodes, and then you get the next year. Guess what? We don't want The Rock anymore, because who's been?
That's because those fans were fickle. I don't like what the fans do. But there's a reason they're doing this, and I think The Rock has committed to Roman that he's gonna give him that match.
The Rock couldn't commit to 2 wives. You think he's going to commit to Roman Reigns?
Damn, champ went there with it. Here's the thing. I do agree with Alex that the match happens. Again, I'm not saying it's going to happen at the best time. I'm not going to say it's even going to be interesting by the time it happens, but they are going to do it because at the end of the day, Roman represents that guy. The Rock represents that figure. And so even if we're tired of him because he doesn't come back, at some point, if they bring him back and the narrative continues, I think there is interest in can The Rock finally squash Roman's, power stranglehold over the bloodline? Can The Rock usurp it? But then now you're left with the problem of a ultra part-timer in The Rock who's super old,
60 fucking years old.
No, he's not. How old is he?
If Alex's timeline happens when he says it happens, he'll be fucking 60.
Oh, he's 57, Mech said. Jesus Christ.
He's not 57. The Rock is not 57. The Rock is not 57.
How old is The Rock?
Oh, he's 55, he's saying.
He's still fucking old. Him and Chris Jericho are old, the same fucking age, and they shouldn't both be wrestling.
Steve Austin wrestled Kevin Owens at 60. He could have wrestled Steve Austin.
Rock.
Let me tell you something. There's a reason that there was a little bit of negotiations at WrestleMania 39 of Roman possibly wrestling Steve Austin in the main event. You remember when there were reports of that? When that was a possibility. So if Steve Austin could do a match with Roman Reigns 3 years ago, The Rock can do it 2 years from now.
No, he absolutely
especially in the shape The Rock's in right now. You see how how slim The Rock is?
He is in really good shape. And by the way,
take out wrestled John Cena and tore half the muscles in his fucking chest.
That is true. But listen, take away the weapons from tonight. I could see The Rock fighting that exact same match. The exact same match we just saw. I could see that.
The Rock needs to do the type of match his last match was. He needs to be in a very big tag match. And that's it. Because you have to cover up.
Why does Joseph hate The Rock, man?
You have to cover up.
Does Joseph want to see the match or not?
I think he's mad. I think he's upset. And I think he's rightfully upset
that is past its sell date, bro. Do you want to?
You say that now. You say that now. But if The Rock and Roman stand in the ring, it's going to be a WrestleMania 18 moment, and you're going to be crying.
No, he's right, Matt. You know why he's right? You know why he's right, Matt? Matt, you know why he's right? Joshua Fury. Joshua Fury. No. That's the sell by date. We all agreed on that.
WrestleMania 18-esque, as in Rock Hogan. That was a 2-generation torch passing. That's not the same thing. Because let me ask you this, Alex. Who wins that match?
I think Roman. I think he'll put over Roman.
If you think The Rock is going to come back and do a fucking job when he just didn't do that the last couple times he's come back, he's not doing a job for fucking Roman Reigns.
For Roman Reigns, yes. He's going to put over Roman Reigns.
He
fully intends on putting over Roman.
His last match, he beat
that's Cody Rhodes.
WWE
that's
champion.
Cody, the guy who ruined The Rock and Roman's match at WrestleMania 40. I think The Rock holds a personal grudge against Cody.
Yeah, and that's another match that actually.
Yeah. Why doesn't Cody
right? The Rock, Cody. No. I'm not disagreeing. The Rock stuff has been so disappointing. He's not even, either he's part of the show or he's not. He doesn't have to be there every week. He doesn't have to be there every month. But at the end of the day, we need some sort of narrative that explains his existence and what power he wields behind the scenes, right? Like it's all kayfabe, but we can still do it. And ultimately, at least it keeps the matches relevant. All I'm saying is I think Alex is right. You put those two guys in the ring now because the first time they did it, nobody wanted it because of Cody, but half those fans never even seen The Rock wrestle, right? They were all too young to ever even have seen him wrestle. Now, this is The Rock that went life and death with Cody and Roman and Seth and beat the shit out of Cody and talked about his mom and all this stuff. So it's a different vibe now, him coming back, as opposed to 10 years missing. You know what I mean?
Mario, who do you think? Do you think The Rock is going to come back and do a job for Roman Reigns?
Eventually, yes. Yeah, I do. I think if he did it for John Cena, why wouldn't he do it for his own family?
John Cena the first time.
Sure. Will he beat Roman at some point? Maybe. Yeah, if they do multiple matches.
By the way, he brought up Steve Austin. Did Steve Austin do a job in his match when he came back?
He lost to The Rock in his final
No,
moment.
no.
Like
He
90%
said
of the
when
people do
Stone
the
Cold-
right thing.
When Stone Cold came back and he was talking about wrestling Roman and he wrestled Kevin Owens, did he beat Kevin Owens or did he do the job for Kevin Owens?
That's
beat Kevin
Kevin Owens.
That's
Yeah.
still not doing a job. It's still a legend that came back and didn't do a
That
job.
wasn't the main, but that wasn't the main
the main-
storyline.
it
That
was
was
the
like a
main
side
event.
gimmick.
It was the main thing that was being.
So you think? So
Because
you
Stone
think
Cold didn't
if Steve Austin would have came back at WrestleMania 39 and wrestled Roman in the main event instead of
They would have
Cody,
had
Steve Austin would have won?
You know why? Because Steve Austin
You're
is the one
insane.
picking. Who picked Steve Austin's opponents? WWE or Stone Cold Steve Austin? And then
It's a kind of a mixture, you know.
No. You know why did he wrestle Kevin Owens, Mario?
Kevin Owens called him out to the WrestleMania match
Why did he really wrestle Kevin Owens?
for money.
And who picked Kevin Owens?
And Kevin Owens is a safe worker.
Stone Cold Steve Austin picked Kevin Owens.
I don't know if that's true.
Do you think? Hold on, Mario. Do you think Stone Cold doesn't call any of his shots anymore from his
I think
creative?
of course he does. I think of course he does. But I think that WWE is smart enough to know exactly who they would have put him in there. A guy that can take a bunch of bumps, a guy that can get beat up, a guy that isn't one of their top stars, right? And that's how they played it out. You had a match with Stone Cold, Vince McMahon, Pat McAfee, and I can't even remember who else was in there. Like at the end of the day, that was always going to be the main event. However, we're talking about the main storyline for WWE, right? This isn't at all similar to what's his name winning the WCW title, the actor, in WCW days. This is a situation where you have created David Arquette. Thank you. This is a situation where you've created a real final boss. He represents M. Bison. He represents Shang Tsung. He represents all of the final bosses, and that's why he's been so untouchable, because you can go through the Jacobs, the Gunthers, the Obafemis, the Brock Lesnars. At the end of the day, The Rock represents something much larger than that. And when they finally tell that story, that is going to have so much more relevance than anything that they were trying to do beforehand. Go ahead, Matt.
Mario. WrestleMania, what was it, 39? Was in Los Angeles? When they teased The Rock and Roman. And then the next year where they teased it again and The Rock came out with his own belt, who do you think was going to win that match between The Rock and Roman Reigns?
Probably The Rock.
Okay, thank you.
But that would have been the finish of the story, though.
That would have, because he would have.
No, we wouldn't have.
No, remember.
This is the Obafemi Brock Lesnar argument that you were making in reverse. So how is it that they're going to finish that storyline and we should wait, but we shouldn't wait for the Roman Reigns Rock storyline just because it's taking longer than we wanted it to?
Because they are at the mercy of The Rock, not at the mercy of Brock Lesnar and Obafemi.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
I
don't think that's true.
Why did he make that belt? What was he going to do with it? The People's Champion belt.
I'll be honest, now I don't know. At the time, I thought it was going to be like something
he was going to drop the WWE Championship after beating Roman and say that he's the lineal champion with the People's Championship.
My God, dude. This is such a stretch, Matt. This
is
such a stretch.
Why did he make himself a belt?
I think we're going into a deep rabbit hole here. I'm just wondering what connection is Solo Sikoa and the MFT going to have now that he made that appearance in the crowd after the match. I wonder what's going to be the connection.
They're going to just rehash the bloodline storyline that they've already had to essentially liberate Jacob. And I think it'll turn into Jacob just taking over Solo's crew like the original idea for that was. That's my thought on that.
Listen, I think you could make that continue to go on and on. I just think that at some point, Roman, they're going to have to do something more with him, right? At some point, you're going to.
That's the thing.
A WrestleMania.
Well, no, okay. So on the post show, as was on the comments, on the post show, he name dropped LA Knight and Royce Keys, but he's done LA Knight a bunch of times already, bro. So it's like he's wrestling the people that he's comfortable doing that with.
What's the next pay-per-view? And I know they're PLEs, but I'm calling them pay-per-views.
It should be Money in the Bank, I think. If they're not going to sneak in something else, it should be it's King of the Ring because they're starting their tournament.
Oh, that's right.
Does Roman wrestle at King of the Ring?
No,
or does he take that off?
No, because remember the champions don't wrestle on King of the Ring anymore because that sets up those are number one contenders matches essentially to SummerSlam.
So his next big match is at Money in the Bank. So plenty
Probably.
of time to make a story for him then.
So Money in the Bank is actually going to be in September at the Smoothie Center
They
in New
moved it.
Orleans.
Right. They
Night
moved.
of
You
Champions.
said
Night of Champions is the next PLE.
So
It's going to be
they'll probably do King of the Ring finals and then main event will be champion versus champion again. Because that was what their last couple times, right? It was champion versus champion.
they're
Maybe
gonna
they
do
did
Roman
that.
versus Cody 3.
That's Crown Jewel. That's Crown Jewel. I'm
Dude,
saying. That's
no
Crown
way. You're tripping. That's Mania, bro. That's Mania, and that might not even be the next Mania.
Jewel.
So I'd like some actual proof
That's what I
of
I was wrong because
that.
that's Crown Jewel is where they do the champion versus champion, not Night of Champions. That was my mistake. Because remember, they win the fake little dynamite diamond ring when they win the Crown Jewel match. But yeah,
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, King of the Ring sets up the number one contender. They moved Money in the Bank because didn't they take Money in the Bank from somebody? Right? It was supposed to be somewhere else, and then they moved it.
Yeah. They moved it toward New Orleans.
Yeah,
That's exactly
their makeup for Mania, which is kind of
for me.
fucked up. If you only
Over
got Money in the Bank.
overall, I would give this event a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I would say that that's fair. Honestly, I could say 8.
I'll give it a thumbs up. I'll give it a
I
thumbs
would
up. I
say-
don't know about the numbers.
But you know, I just here's the thing. It was a great event. I'm not like super excited about the ending. Like, yes, I'm going to watch tomorrow because I want to see Jacob Fatu acknowledge Roman Reigns. But it's like after that, who gives a shit now? Like, I don't know. I don't
Not
know.
only that, bro, we need to look at the King of the Ring bracket because if Roman does go away after SummerSlam, who are they going to put the belt on?
That's a fair point.
Unless, I mean, because
Who wins between LA Knight and Jimmy Uso in the King of the Ring qualifying match?
if it's Jimmy, then it's going to be LA Knight.
I think here's the thing. I think it's going to be LA Knight. I still think it's going to be LA Knight. But if they are ever at some point before SummerSlam going to turn the Usos, this is the part where you do it, right? You give Jimmy the taste of a title, and then Roman's basically like, no, you're going to, play bitch. That might be enough to send him over the edge, but I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's like, where do we go?
It just needs to blow up, bro. It's gone too long. It's way too long.
Yeah, I think you might be
the
right.
perfect ending was, just the fact that Roman came back, redeemed, and then boom. We don't have to make the bloodline the main event of everything anymore, bro.
But I don't think that the WWE is interested in doing anything but that right now.
Okay,
I still think they got the juice. I disagree. I think they still have the juice.
Shout out
clearly
to
still have the juice.
Shout out to the people listening to the show. They just put the graphic on the screen, and here is the bracket. You got Penta taking on Femi, or we're gonna have a fatal 4-way matches. It was what it looks like. Penta.
Oh, that's what it is. You're right.
Penta, Oba, Solo, and Carmelo in first bracket. The next bracket has Dominic Mysterio, Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest. The next bracket will have Seth Rollins, Javon Evans, Tonga Loa for some weird reason, and Ricky Saints. The final bracket has Jay Uso, not Jimmy, LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor.
So wait, Tonga, that's impossible. Tonga Loa got released.
I was about to say, didn't he get what?
No, it's Tala Tonga. It's
Tala Tonga. Oh, okay.
So we're looking. Okay, so if he name drop LA Knight and Keys, one of those two guys is gonna win this thing.
I think for sure. I thought LA Knight was in the Jimmy Uso match.
No, it's Jay Uso's in his bracket.
Where did you say Jimmy was?
I wasn't the one. That was Alex. Alex said it was Jimmy and LA Knight.
But isn't Jimmy in it? He's not in it. I didn't hear you mention his name.
He is not in it. It is only Jay Uso.
I gotta say
they just did the Jimmy Uso LA Knight thing on Raw last week.
So we're looking at
on the bright side. I think that's a damn good King of the Ring bracket, man.
It's a good bracket. You got former world champs in there. You got a lot of main eventers in there. Young guys that are over. I think the mix on some of these brackets specifically, like the one with Don Breaker, Trick Williams, and Priest, followed by the Rollins, Javon, and Ricky Saints bracket. Those are going to be fun ones to watch. It'll happen. You never know.
Hey, if it doesn't happen, I personally don't got a problem with it. But hey, most people will, but I don't have a problem with it.
I
Because
just
that match, I don't think they could top that match they just had. That's the
Yeah,
best
I
match
agree.
they can have.
You could still have it because, like, oh, Gunther's not in the bracket, but if Brock comes out and fucks Oba in his match, then what do we set up? A third match. Wow. Ain't that crazy how booking works?
Meg said Obafemi is going to win the King of the Ring and face Roman at SummerSlam, which will tie back to the Mania post show. That's the thing. Why? But here's the thing, because you think Oba would lose, right? That's
I think
why.
Oba's gonna get fucked in his match by Brock Lesnar, and then they're gonna set up the Brock Lesnar match, the third match at SummerSlam.
Got you. Yeah, that's
Here's
probably
the something that's messing with my mind. On the SmackDown side of things, when is Randy Orton coming back and when is CM Punk coming back?
Randy will probably reappear for SummerSlam. One of the two will reappear for SummerSlam. I think if you're smart,
but we thought he was coming back tonight.
If you're smart, you save Punk and Cody for next year's WrestleMania. If you're smart, because that's a Mania match. I would assume Randy comes back for SummerSlam.
You don't think Randy's gonna win the belt?
I don't know. I would like him to. That way he can stand on his own at 15. But I don't know. I don't, because then what direction do you go other than running it back with Cody Rhodes if Randy wins?
He could lose it back.
That's why we're gonna hot potato the belt for between two guys. That's a problem that me and Mario were just talking about last week for Double or Nothing. You can't just hot potato the belt back and forth between the same two people. It's not gonna.
It's hard to build that way. It's hard to build that way. Roman told Oba to see what kind of summer he had. Yeah, that's definitely something you could tie back to, right? Especially if he beats Brock sometime before SummerSlam. For what? Brock got his win back. Why the fuck would he bother with Oba anymore? He just dominantly won. Brock is moving on. I wouldn't say he dominantly won. He won cleanly, but he went life and death with Oba.
Nah, he was in charge of that match.
Name another match Lesnar struggled this much to win. I guarantee you it's like one hand. You don't even need all the fingers.
That's a good fucking question.
Yeah, this was a tough match. I mean, he put him on his ass and he picked his big ass up, right? And he didn't have it, it didn't go the way he wanted it to go. But at the end of the day, I don't think anybody else could do that to Brock at all. No one. There's no one in the company. And by the way, this is your Andre the Giant Hulk Hogan moment, right? Body slams are played, so you can't do that anymore. But you can pop up powerbomb somebody and people go, what the hell? The way they used to do with body slams.
I just thought about Mario.
Speaking of the pop-up powerbomb, I'm surprised that the fact that Brock can get like about 10 feet in the air and land on his feet without tearing his ACL like Shane McMahon did that one time. It's
shit, bro.
Alien type of physicality.
Alex, you think the plan for that finish was, though, for Brock to just completely clear Oba on the way up instead of him like grabbing him up here and then Brock goes over? Because to me, it looked like he double clinched Brock when he got up here, and then when they showed the replay, they just started from right here and then he went over him. Like, do you think Brock was supposed to go?
It looked good either way to me.
But I'm saying, like, do you think that was the plan for him to just go clean over, land on his feet, F5, and boom?
Yeah.
It looked like he juggled it a bit.
No, he did. He did juggle it a bit.
Which that would have been a cool ass finish had he just fucking completely leapfrogged Oba and then feet F5. Boom. It doesn't make sense, but half the shit they do on their show doesn't make any fucking sense. He could simply say something to Brock and Brock come out and fuck him over for saying something and then move on to the next one. Because
that's true.
Simple, bro. Could be anything. But I was gonna ask Mario. I asked you about a group last week, right? Looking at this bracket, Do you think Damian Priest is one of those guys that would have took a 50% cut or just a cut? Let's just say a cut. Let's not put numbers on it, like we said. You think Damian Priest is
Yes,
one of those guys?
I think he would have. Yeah,
I'll take
I
a cut.
definitely.
I'll take a cut to stay.
I think at the end of the day, he's already been put into that top spot, and I think he knows as well as anyone else that once you've been in that position, they're willing to give you another try. But it's about patience. It's about waiting, right? And some people I think are better at waiting than others, and some people I think are more calculated in what they do. I would assume that Priest believes that his best route to the most recognition is still fighting on WWE TV.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna post this on Fights ATW. Shout out to everybody that was tapped in today. We're gonna be live again tomorrow.
Have a
covering
great one,
boxing,
Mario. All
wrestling.
right.
Appreciate you, Alex Champ. We're gonna be live tomorrow talking boxing, wrestling, MMA, everything that went down this weekend, as well as a preview for next week. But yeah, we'll be back live on Monday. Remember to tap in to Machine Gun's show. All right,
Yeah.
sports with Matt Garces. Go ahead and give him the.
Yeah, for sure, guys. Tune in to Talking About Radio tomorrow, as I will have a double feature show. We are going to break down what happened in the Western Conference Finals, predict the NBA Finals, react to why Texas Tech fans are so riled up about their schedule being easy. And then in the second part of our double feature, I have asked Mario Munguia to join me to break down, was the Darby Allin juice worth the squeeze? All this and more tomorrow on Talking About Radio.
Great show. We're going to talk about Holly Holm getting robbed. Absolutely robbed. Shout out to Mex. And yeah, everything else, Ford and Shakur. I mean, Ford and Shock, Shock and Shakur. So we'll be doing all that. Remember, Infighting FX on all platforms, YouTube, Twitch, X, TikTok, and IG. You can follow me at Mario Munguia, MarioMungia. Infighting FX is all one word, INFIGHTINGFX. So yeah, join us tomorrow. We'll be live. Until tomorrow, peace.